Welcome back to another episode of the Ministry of Truth. I am your number one host on this show, and what's up, Yeti? Got a lot of shit for us today. Not really. It's obviously news. Let's see what I got coming up for us. We got hurricane news, we got illegals, we got Harris, we got October 7th, the anniversary. Got Biden, got Israel, and some criminals. But before we get into this main event or to the main stories to this show, we're obviously going to start off with a little song. Pretty good message to it. Rest in peace.
Yeah. You know how we had to do it this time, baby, you know what I mean? My nigga D, we walked through the motherfucking doors of the industry together, baby, you know what I mean? So you got that shit, dog, you know what I'm saying? Me like, yo, go hard on these niggas, baby, you know what I mean? Go hard, just let niggas know what the fuck is really going on.
Listen
That's what
words.
the fuck I did, alright? The industry, man, it's not the same. The industry, it's not a fucking game. The industry, real niggas is dying to get in. The industry, justifying they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that, but I'm gon' dress like this and talk with the cat. The industry got y'all word meaning nothing. The industry, fuck what you heard, cause he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, but I dare you to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry like, wait, but in the streets we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing, get them sleeping and hit 'em. I'ma pop whoever's with 'em. The coroner's coming to get 'em. Industry niggas, so that's how I did 'em. The industry.
Yeah, he's talking about Diddy, right?
Shit. The industry, bad niggas is sucking dick. The industry, bitches keep thinking it's a game. The industry, don't mention my fucking name. The industry, bad niggas is full of shit. The industry, bad niggas is sucking dick. The industry, bitches keep thinking it's a game. The industry, don't mention my fucking name, nigga. The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind,
Community.
break it down, it's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. The industry, see me, I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt, test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt. I'm not an industry artist, I'm an artist in the industry. That's why I do what the fuck I want, cause nobody can finish me. The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls and where they survive. The industry don't give a fuck about you, but the industry
What up,
couldn't
Carl?
make a dime without you. The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing you like a industry bitch. They tried to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong. Fuck the beat, listen
Good
to
to
the
see you, brother.
words
Hope
in
your
the
day is
damn
good.
song. The industry. The industry. This shit is crazy, yo. Industry. Yo, they loan you money.
No shit,
to make
I
an
actually
album.
listened to this song the other
You
day.
pay them back the money.
I'll play that
They
near the
still
end.
own the album. What part of the game is that? The industry. That's what it is, my brain. Yo, I tell you the truth. Sometimes I don't lie. You write your own shit, but they hold on to you.
It's crazy. D talking about the industry. K Rhino apparently not talking about the industry. You know who's been talking about it? Yeti's not going to like this. Tom McDonald. He definitely talks about the industry. And also his girlfriend can tell you about the industry. And she didn't want to conform to their whatever they fucking wanted her to do. Wanted her to be some pop singer. And she's like, fuck you, that's not my way. But she's a good producer and a good videographer. So we'll give her that. But here we go. This is Texas. If you live in Texas. The Tren de Aragua. Not just Colorado, guys. Not just Colorado. They come through somewhere.
Continues to follow an alarming trend of members of the violent Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua illegally entering the United States and committing heinous crimes across the country. Well, now a multi-agency investigation in Central Texas is turning up several known TDA members after raiding an apartment complex the gang had allegedly taken over.
He's a hell of a
News Nation's
producer.
Jorge Ventura is live in San Antonio for us this morning. Jorge, police say this
Tom
raid
lucked
is
out when he got
just
her.
the tip of the iceberg. Are we expecting
really
more
did.
frequent operations like this one?
Marky, yes, we will. There's been really an increased emphasis here in Texas by local and state authorities to crack down on Trinidad and Tobago's presence here in Texas. Now, San Antonio Police Chief Bill McMahon is sending that strong message to that Venezuelan gang that is now operating here in San Antonio.
Oh,
We are on to you,
there's a
and we're
lot of
coming
gangs
for
down
you.
there.
We know where you are, and we're coming for you.
And those words coming followed a multi-agency effort on Saturday to arrest suspected Trinidad
No
gang
lie though, I
members
do like
that
San
were operating
Antonio.
at an apartment complex in San Antonio. That multi-agency
Spent
raid
a lot of
included
time on that
local,
river
state,
walk.
and federal authorities. Allegations of human trafficking, narcotics violations, and violent threats against building staff were made at that apartment complex. Now, according to San Antonio police, multiple people arrested
That's
Saturday had
Colorado.
previously received deportation orders. In total, 19 people were arrested, and 16 Venezuelans and 3 U.S. citizens. The 4 confirmed Trinidad and Tobago gang members, including an enforcer of the gang, were taken into custody by Homeland Security agents. Police say this weekend's raid is just the beginning.
We are on top of this TDA issue that seems to have become very public lately. Today's operation is just one example of that commitment. It's an ongoing investigation. Even though we finished here at the complex, we are not done.
And Texas Governor Greg Abbott reacted to the arrest on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying, quote, Texas law enforcement not messing around. They are taking out the dangerous Trinidad and Tobago Venezuelan gang block by block. Jail them or send them back. The results delivered by the anti-gang centers are outstanding.
San Antonio. What about
this
Austin
raid here in San Antonio
and
coming
Dallas?
less than 3 weeks after Governor Abbott did confirm that the Trinidad and Tobago gang is a foreign terrorist organization here in Texas, Marky.
Yeah, authorities sounding the alarm over this one. Jorge Ventura, thank you so much for that latest update there.
Thanks
for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com
That's pretty fucking smart. I wish the U.S. would do the same. But the U.S. is more worried about, oh, we don't want to offend Ukrainians and Jews. Let's give you money. Oh, you're an American? Sucks to be you, nigga. All right. I really didn't want to do this one because I was waiting for it to actually become a hurricane, which now it's a Category 2 as of 3 hours ago. But if you live in Florida, yo, I pray for you, even though I don't pray a lot. I'll talk to my gods, well, which is me. But yeah, man, I hope the best for y'all. It just seems kind of odd that this close to a hurricane, which we're going to actually go into a little more of in North Carolina with lithium. I think it was lithium. Something about we can't make our chips now. I didn't even know we were making fucking microchips and shit. Is it Cat 4 now? Bro. Fuck, man.
The National Hurricane Center on Hurricane Milton. There's that 5 o'clock update. And the way things are working now, because we have watches issued, is we're going to get those intermediate advisories. So the next update from the National Hurricane Center will come out at 8 o'clock this morning, and that's going to update the strength. And then the cone will get updated at 11 a.m. So just kind of want to give you a refresher of what is coming up next and when we're going to get that new information. And, throughout the morning, we're getting brand new forecast models. I was just looking at one a few moments ago, so we'll go over that together in a bit. But here's the
forecast on this graphic they show with tiny little thing now.
5 a.m. And we haven't seen a whole lot of change with this. We do expect it to rapidly intensify into a Category 4 hurricane. It's in a pretty pristine bubble there in the Gulf of Mexico for strengthening, and so that's why the National Hurricane Center is so aggressive with this powering up. By Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock, we're looking at winds at 145 miles per hour. There's some indication that as it moves closer and closer to the coastline, that we could see the strength leveling it off, if not weakening. I wouldn't go to the bank with that. I don't think that's a guarantee. We should prepare for a major hurricane making landfall near or very close to Southwest Florida, and we will see impacts, even if it takes a track farther north up closer to Tampa. Still significant
Really,
impacts for
Yeti?
Southwest Florida. So we don't have to see landfall here to see some major issues,
I
especially
mean,
with
that goes
respect
to one
to
of my
some storm
theories that
surge
they're
flooding.
using.
The timeline has changed a little bit from
They
yesterday, so
guided
I
it.
want to point that out.
There we
Yesterday
go.
we were looking at the
There you go.
morning hours on
Thanks,
Wednesday
Yeti.
as potential landfall. Now that's been pushed back to perhaps Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, into early Thursday. So you can see the position here of the storm, 2 a.m. on Thursday. Anywhere here inside the forecast cone, if it comes farther south, we would obviously see a greater magnitude in terms of the impacts. But this is one of the big things that I just want to stress. The National Hurricane Center likes to describe it as, this is the loudest alarm bell that we can ring with respect to watches and warnings, and that is a storm surge watch. And you can see we've got that covering up our entire coastline. It doesn't mean we are all going to see devastating storm surge, but there will be a section of Southwest Florida most likely where we get 5 to 10 feet of surge here from Lee County, Charlotte County, so up in the harbor, up in the rivers, basically any connection to the Gulf of Mexico. Remember back to Helene, we saw a lot of storm surge flooding near Charlotte Harbor, near Punta Gorda, and up the Caloosahatchee. So that is going to be a concern. So you want to take that into consideration when making your plans and whether or not you're going to evacuate.
So
Along the coastline
the
of
strike is over, yet this hurricane seems to be affecting all the ports. And now you got the Gulf of Mexico and Florida. I mean, I'm not sure how many ports there are. I'm pretty sure there's at least 3. Port Charlotte, at least. This will shut down even more. And for the Florida residents, FEMA's not going to help. We already know that. Ask North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. FEMA's already broke. 7 days into the fiscal year.
Your county, 4 to 7 feet of peak surge possible there, and the timing would most likely be on Wednesday, probably Wednesday afternoon, based on some of the latest information that we're looking at. So I want to finish up here going county by county. We'll start with Lee County, storm surge, 5 to 10 feet. Could even see some of that for portions of Cape Coral. I know it's a lot of canals here over portions of the Cape, especially the southern Cape. The timing would be Wednesday. As far as the winds, it's possible we could see hurricane force winds, 74 to 100 miles per hour. Wednesday's the day that we're looking at that, probably Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, 4 to 7 inches of rainfall, and also widespread power outages possible across portions of Lee County. For Charlotte County, including the harbor here and up to DeSoto County, as far as the surge goes, mainly focused on Charlotte County, 5 to 10 feet of water above ground level, winds between 75 and 110 miles per hour possible. We could see that come down or come up, depending on the exact track of the storm, and then 4 to 7 inches of rainfall from today through Wednesday night until the storm passes. And we'll look at Collier County's impacts, 4 to 7 feet of storm surge on Wednesday. Winds a little bit lower because the storm will be farther away, between 60 and 75, and then rainfall between 4 to 6 inches, and power outages possible for Collier County as well. We'll talk about impacts for our inland communities coming up in just a bit. I want to send it over to meteorologist Lauren Hope, who's looking.
All right. I still don't understand how Hurricane Helen, which is weird because it's not the first Hurricane Helene that we've had that created mass devastation. I believe talked about it a couple of days ago, like in the 50s, maybe. Zippity got the answer for me, but I can't remember right now. But how is it creating a fucking chip shortage? Interesting. It's almost like they wanted to clear the land. If you think about it, Maui, we brought up Maui yesterday. Maui was to create 2 things. Make a bunch of kids go missing. And then 2, these 15-minute green cities. That's where they wanted it. And Lahaina was in the way. That's where they want to build it. If you don't know what 15-minute cities are, typically what they say, you don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to own a vehicle. Everything you have is right there. It's all green within 15 minutes of where you live. Sound like a good idea? It sounds like a camp for the elites. The world goes to shit. We got our city and we're all green. But they're dumbasses because they're on a fucking island. But if they control the storms, microchips. And this is why we fund Taiwan. This is why we want to protect Taiwan. They actually have the materials for our microchips. They make them.
To say that it has been tragic for the folks in North Carolina and other areas hit by this incredible hurricane, the aftermath, the fact of the matter is it could be expensive for people pretty much all over the world, including the United States, because one tiny town there that was flooded out is known for a key ingredient that goes into everything from cell phones, and I mean everything.
Dude, I was going to
like
talk about HARP. I got a 4-hour fucking
laptops, mainframes, you name
that I've been wanting to play, but like I said, it's fucking 4 hours. And it's hard to keep people's attention for an hour. But yeah, this was for... Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about DARPA. But still, it's a 4-hour one that I want to do. From an old brain surgeon and his thoughts on what's going on.
Name it. Steve Harrigan in North Carolina with more on that. Steve.
Neil, Spruce Pine is one of those places that's very hard to get into right now. This town where I am is hard.
If you look back to the Chicago's World Fair back in the 1890s, 1891, the lights were supposedly quartz. And if you look at pictures, there's no way that place could have been lit up like that with modern technology. But it was. No power cables. Goes back to flagpoles. Flagpoles create vibrations. Vibrations create energy, free energy. Wind. Not windmills. Wind is also free energy. But they don't want you to know that. And Yeti, before you mention it, the Baghdad batteries. I got you. Way ahead of you. We talked about this, remember?
Spruce Pine is about 50 miles to the northeast of us. It's a town of about 2,000, and it is known because of its unique geography for having the highest purity quartz in the world. That quartz is used really in almost like a baking tin to make silicon wafers, basically to make chips. You need that high purity quartz to make those chips. And we don't know how bad the situation is in Spruce Pine.
Yeah, but when
delay of several weeks,
they mine, it destroys the environment way more than anything else. Or we're gonna have all electric cars. First of all, look at the mines. Look at the areas where they mine for that. It looks like it's fucking decimated. Right? But also think about it. What do they do with these batteries? There's no way to dispose of them. Gonna bury it in the ground?
Really impact the semiconductor industry. So it's just one more factor in this disaster area here. Much more basic problems here where people are basically stuck in the mud after a 10-foot high wall of water has pretty much wiped out this town of Swallownoa. And neighbors really turned into first responders, including one man who stole a kayak to save people's lives.
My man.
There was 3 or 4 that would have died, I think, because they were holding on to the gutters. They couldn't get on the roofs, and they were elderly. So they probably would have died. But I don't know. There's just no, you don't know in those situations. So we just did what we thought was best.
That man said when he was in his kayak, he saw people's fingers sticking out of vents from attics, screaming for help. So you can imagine what a terrifying situation towns like this have been through, Neil.
You got the priority right of what matters. A mine that might be, flooded and unable to get materials for quite some time is one thing. People losing their lives, their livelihoods, their homes, that's quite another. But it does put in perspective, as you just did, Steve, how this kind of stuff can reverberate, in this case, in the tiny town of Spruce Pine and surrounding communities, that reverberates worldwide. So we'll keep track of that and what's been happening in the markets because of that, because tech and tech-related issues have been
worldwide. We're going to affect the worldwide market because of this lithium mine we had to shut down, or this area we had to shut down because of storms. I don't fucking believe that. Hold on. Sorry, I don't like fucking silence, but I had to respond to the wife. Oh. So what do you guys think? Should we continue to mine for lithium and quartz? More than we already have? Do we really need to fucking destroy a whole town because we want those? I know we don't. But, big tech wants it. Politicians want it because big tech pays them quite a bit of money, just like big pharma. Allegedly. YouTube, allegedly. All right. So Kamala Harris has been doing softball interviews with a lot of in my opinion, unknown podcasts and shit. And this next one is Call Her Daddy. What? Why the fuck would she go on a podcast called Call Her Daddy? But anyway, we're going to listen to this. It's about 8 minutes long. By it being 8 minutes long, I'm probably going to drag it out to 20 because I've got my opinions.
Rally in Pennsylvania, former President Trump recently told women, "You will be protected and I will be your protector." What do you make of that?
So he who, when he was president, hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. And they did just as he intended. And there are now 20 states with Trump abortion bans, including bans.
What the fuck is a Trump abortion ban? He's come out over and over and over again saying he opposes an abortion ban. He literally wants it left up to the fucking states. As a former prosecutor, senator, and all that shit, you should appreciate that. Smaller government, the better. But no, you want to lie and put fear that Trump is banning abortions. Trump doesn't control states. Trump doesn't control governors. Trump doesn't control state, not federal, state elected officials. You do. You vote for that. Keep that in mind.
That make no exception for rape or incest, which we just discussed, which means that you're telling a survivor of a crime of a violation to their body they don't have a right to make a decision about what happens to their body next.
I'm guessing you don't read the laws. There's exceptions. There's some states with 0 exceptions. Most of them have it.
It's immoral. So this is the same guy that is now saying that. This is the same guy who said that women should be punished for having abortions. This is the same guy who uses the kind of language he does to describe women. So,
because it's real world, bitch.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not fucking politically correct.
I do want to focus on abortion for a moment because 2 years ago, Roe v. Wade was overturned and women lost their constitutional right to an abortion.
No, they
I put
didn't.
out an episode about it. I flew to North Carolina. I went to a preferred women's health center. I met with women that were getting screamed at and chanted at and
By who?
called baby killers.
Not the
and
doctors.
it was the most eye-opening experience I've ever had because I am a privileged white woman that lives in Los Angeles and I am
Jesus
so aware of
Christ.
that.
Wow. That's a fucking liberal SJ Dub right there. She's the problem.
I understand that a lot of the younger generation sees things online and is like, what is right? What is wrong? What is real? What is not? Can you explain and talk about what is actually happening to abortion access right now in this country?
Yeah. So again, I thank you for what you've been doing and at the earliest stage of this and following the stories.
Answer the question.
So, on public policy, I often tell my team, look, I don't want to hear about public policy is a fancy kind of speech or paper. Tell me how it'll affect a real person. So let's talk about how it affects a real person.
Okay.
The majority of women who receive abortion care are mothers. So if she's in a state...
So you're saying that if there's a baby inside them that she's already a mother. Interesting. So you're admitting they're killing babies.
And by the way, every state in the South, except for Virginia, has an abortion ban. Okay? So imagine she's
Well,
in
you
a
also have the
state
state
where
of Virginia with the old governor who was all about abortion to even after birth, just like Minnesota.
an abortion ban. 1 out of 3 women are, by the way, in our country. And she's a mom. So she's going to have to figure out, one, God help her if she has affordable childcare. God help her if she has paid leave. And then she's going to have to go to the airport, stand in a TSA line.
Okay.
Sit on a plane next to a perfect stranger.
Okay.
To go to a city where she's never been.
All right. That's a choice.
To receive the care she needs. She's going to probably have to get right back on that plane because she's got those kids. Her best friend's probably not with her because that's who's taking care of the kids.
What the fuck?
To get back in that TSA line, to get back on a plane, to go home.
And that's all if they can even afford the plane ticket or the bus ticket.
Exactly.
Because when Roe v. Wade was overturned, I remember my DMs were flooded with thousands of women begging me to help. And it's overwhelming.
What the fuck is she gonna do?
Imagine I'm saying that in front of you.
I mean, her podcast is literally Call Her Daddy. Single white woman from LA because you're privileged. What have you done other than this podcast? I mean, when I think about my life and what I've done, I put a dent in history. I was part of history with 2 invasions. I was part of history with a withdrawal. I was a part of a lot of history. What has she done? I mean, really.
But it's overwhelming. And I remember people begging me, like, I just need to afford a bus ticket so I can get out of this abortion desert that I live in the South, so I can get to a state. But they can't even afford, you know what I mean? So it's like these people are literally landlocked into a position that they don't want to be.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing is that you don't have to abandon your faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government shouldn't be telling her what to do. If she chooses, she'll talk to her priest, her pastor, her rabbi, her imam, but not the government telling you what to do. And that's what's so outrageous about it, is a bunch of these guys up in these state capitals are writing these decisions because they somehow have decided that they're in a better position.
A lot of modern day military, it's an all volunteer force. I volunteered 17 years old, senior year in high school. I still had the second half of high school, but I chose to do it. Every time I re-upped, I chose to do it. It's a choice. And that's why I really don't like people saying thank you for your service. And that's why, I mean, I'm not going to be upset about it, but that's just my thought on that.
Position to tell you what's in your best interest than you are to know what's in your own best interest. It's outrageous.
It's outrageous. I mean, daddy gang, to put it in our
daddy
TikTok
gang
terms. I have seen girls on the street walk up to men and be like, do you know where a tampon goes? Do you know how many tampons we use? Do you even know how, do you know what
I've never had a woman come up to me and say, do you know where a tampon goes? I mean, common sense says yes. But no woman does that. That's bullshit. Let's say a lefty sees me. You think she's going to approach and be like, hey, do you know where a tampon goes? I'm like, listen, dude, first of all, you're a guy. So you don't need tampons. But if you're a woman, which you're not, it goes into the sugar wall area.
X or Y or Z is of a part of our, and they don't know the answer.
I got you, Cardi. I appreciate you, brother.
Vice president or president to ever in office go to a reproductive health care clinic ever.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that, but
hey,
I
Kamala,
guess
I'm curious with Willie Brown, Montel Williams, and who fucking knows who else. I mean, you were pretty loose, but no babies. You've never had any kids. So what? How do you really have a stance on abortion? If that's the way you want to work. Oh, you can't have a thought on abortion because you're a male. So in the same note, can I say you don't have a thought on abortion because you've never had a child? Same sense, right?
Makes sense.
To your point.
And yet the men are making the decisions about our bodies.
And here's the other thing about this point, it's about IVF treatments and access. It's about
Which is
access to
legal.
contraception, which is very much at risk with these folks.
Birth control. You're thinking Project 2025. This bitch is quoting Project 2025. We know Project 2025 is fucking propaganda from the Heritage Foundation, which, you know, there's some people in that support the Heritage Foundation that kind of questionable, right, Matt Gaetz?
Point about reproductive health clinics. You know what those clinics also do? They do PAPs. They do breast cancer screenings. They do HIV testing. And they're having to close in many places with these bans. So think about the fact that for anyone who has gone to one of these clinics, you understand that it is sometimes the most trusted place where people receive that kind of health care, because they walk into those places that are generally staffed by people who create a safe place for people to come in without judgment. So anyone seeking any kind of reproductive health care.
The only people that are going to be out there harassing women getting abortions, they're not doctors. They're not government. They're people. It's a protest. It's allowed. It's America. You get cussed at, one of two things. You brush it off your back or you fight back. I just don't understand. America's so afraid of confrontation face to face, but, you know, you get on the interwebs and they're ballsy as fuck. Just saying, man. The internet's made this country weak. It really has. I'm not saying that, you know, me doing this makes it weak. This is just, it's like a vlog for me. This is my outlet. Because I'm not in front of a entire company of soldiers anymore. When I was in charge of companies, I got to talk all day long with all kinds of people. And now I've got you guys.
And wanting to go to a place where they feel safe and without judgment, these clinics have often been the place that people can go. And many of them are having to close because of these laws.
I was raised Catholic, and abortion is a sin. And when I put out that episode, I had a lot of women reach out to me saying like, wow, I live in the South and I never thought about it that way. Like maybe I am pro-choice because I won't get an abortion because of my religion, but why should we control what someone else wants to do?
And you know what's interesting, Alex, to your point, what I'm finding as I travel? People who before 2 years ago, before Roe v. Wade was overturned, people who felt very strong about that they are anti-abortion, are now
it's so
what's
funny.
happening
People are so
and
afraid
saying,
to show who they support, especially in Nashville. Bro, when I go to Nashville wearing a Trump shirt, I either get dirty looks, and if people do approach me, they're like, hey, dude, nice shirt, Trump, 2024. I'm like, okay. People are so afraid to show who they want to support because they're afraid of being ridiculed, canceled, doxxed. I get it. Being doxxed sucks. Nobody should do it. But if you're going to dox somebody, just remember, some people are very protective of where they are. And some people have the means to protect where they are. And some people have the financial backing to help. Just saying. I don't know why I got off on that. But Nashville, yes. I love Nashville to death. But there's certain things I don't like about it. The mayor's a fucking liberal. Even though we have a Republican governor, that mayor is super liberal. And it's just like any major city, it's got its downfalls. And just like every major city, it's got its great places. It all depends on the culture, the people around it, and how they're trained to think. NPCs. Or gangland.
I didn't intend for all this to happen. And I think that's also why in state after state, so-called red states and so-called blue states, when this issue has been on the ballot, the American people are voting for freedom. Because ultimately it's about, look, this is not about imposing
So you're
my thoughts on.
The states are voting for it. You just See, there's no need for a federal. You just said the people voted. The people of the state. As it should be. But you're making it sound like it's a bad thing. But at the same time, you're like, oh, this is great.
You in terms of what you do with your life or your body. It's actually quite the opposite. It's saying the government shouldn't be telling people what to do.
Hi, Daddy Gang. Thank you so much for
The
watching
government
this video.
shouldn't be telling people what to do, but you were so pro-vaccine. You were pro-mask. You were pro-shutdowns. When your own fucking senator from your state, or representative, she's not, senator, was out getting haircuts illegally. What were you doing? Really? That's pretty awesome. I was with an Apache unit for 2 years. Let's just say they loved Doc. Because Doc wasn't your typical aviation guy. Because I don't belong in aviation. I just had to retire. Little did I know I was going to deploy during that 2 years. Come back 6 months before retirement. Because I'm not Tim Waltz. I'm not going to do fucking October 7th. Fuck that.
Thank you, Mike.
I don't give a fuck about Israel right now. Alright, this is Biden. The way he's talking about the election, he says it probably won't be peaceful. Now, when you think about that, wouldn't that technically be what Trump did? If you want to go by the left's handbook? He's basically saying, yeah, the election will be fair, but it won't be peaceful. That's interesting.
I'm confident it'll be free and fair. I don't know whether it'll be peaceful. The things that Trump has said and the things that he said last time out when he didn't like the outcome of the election were very dangerous. If you notice, I noticed that the vice presidential Republican candidate did not say he'd accept the outcome of the election. They haven't even accepted the outcome of the last election. So
Hillary Clinton.
I'm concerned about what they're going to do.
That was President Biden on Friday, making his first ever appearance in the White House briefing room, and he delivered a warning about the peaceful transfer of power after November's election. Joining us now, national political correspondent for Politico, Meredith McGraw. Meredith, good to see you this morning. So let's talk right there. The president's not wrong. The Republican ticket has not pledged to honor the results of this coming election. I know law enforcement is deeply concerned about the possibility of more violence this time around. What are you hearing from other Republicans? What do they think might happen?
Look at that.
Well, President Biden said that he expected a free and fair election.
What happens if Trump wins? Are Republicans gonna go riot? I bet you not. What will Democrats do? They're just gonna sit back and then accept the results. Come on, man. It won't be a January 6th. It'll be a longer period than that.
But he really did stop short of expressing confidence that there would be a peaceful transfer of power. And we know that there are serious concerns from the federal government about January 6th about the possibility of violence again. We know that DHS Secretary Mayorkas has made January 6th and the electoral vote count, a special national security event. There's going to be beefed up security this time around. An extra scrutiny on how Secret Service, of course, handles this event again. But
keep this in mind. They don't want to put security at the border, but they want to put security at the Capitol when they're certifying an election. That really doesn't make any sense to me. Not at all. Protect the homeland or protect politicians?
You know, Biden is responding to J.D. Vance on the debate stage
last
week. I have
not, but I knew they were replacing
or not directly answering the question about whether he and Trump would accept the election results. And it comes to, as we heard at the Butler rally over the weekend, you know, Trump and people like Elon Musk saying that this could be the last election if he doesn't win.
Yeah, so Meredith, you led me to exactly where I wanted to go next. There's so much happening this weekend. I think sort of was somewhat overlooked that former President Trump returned to Butler County, the exact site of the assassination attempt back in July, to hold another rally. Elon Musk, as you mentioned, made a cameo. Tell us more about what we heard.
Well, this was part celebration. It was part of commemoration where they, you know.
Little known fact. 101st actually went down there for a year. One of our brigades was down there for a year as a deployment. And look, nothing happened. We have National Guard for each state. A border state, right? Send the National Guard to the border. Shut it down. Lock it down. But no, they're taking our National Guard and sending them to Kuwait. And from Kuwait, they can go anywhere within the Middle East. Kuwait is I'm not going to say that. It's a staging point.
Gave tribute to one of Trump's supporters who lost his life and the two others who were injured, and just the harrowing and traumatic aspect of that day. But of course, it was also a Trump rally. And so it was filled with all the hallmark features of a Trump rally itself. But, you know, we noted in our story at Politico just about how this is a different political circumstance for Trump coming into this rally. He needs.
She says there was tense moments. Yeah, I said she, and she was infantry, but she fucking, not only was she fucking fine as fuck, but yo, she could fucking throw you around just like any other male. She wasn't a male though. If you guys saw a picture of her, fuck yeah, dude, she's a badass. But she said there was some tight situations, but for the most part, they were driving around in vans, not Humvees.
To win Pennsylvania, it's a must-win.
And just like when they were trying to get all those new 1,500 border agents, the rumor was that those border agents would not be protecting the border. They'd be facilitating. They would be, you know, guiding them, doing the exact opposite of what we thought they would do.
Battleground state for the Harris and Trump campaigns. And so part of this, too, was about ginning up support in that part of the state as well.
Yeah, you could not be more right. In the aftermath of that assassination attempt, his last visit in Butler, Trump was riding high in the polls. He went into the convention, opened up a real lead. It felt like it was his race to lose, but then President Biden dropped out. And now we have a dead heat. So talk to us about where the Trump team feels, where they feel this race is, and what states do they feel the best about, or perhaps those they're worried about?
Well, when I've talked to people in the Trump campaign, they express a kind of quiet confidence about things and the polling that they're seeing internally across battleground states. But look, when you look at this race, it could not be any closer. It's hard to say if anyone's up or down at any one moment in this campaign. And it really, you know, feels like as we're now in the month of October, it's hard to imagine what sort of October surprise might actually be able to move the needle at all in this race.
Yeah, there's certainly already been a bunch of newsworthy.
I've heard that. from liberal news sources. What's coming?
Events in the last couple of days, the first days of October, the polls, at least for now, remain unchanged. National political correspondent for Politico.
All right, so this is a pastor. Let me get his name, because this is from Joy 105. Apostle Anton Williams. He's going to talk about Trump, Clinton, Obama, Biden, and Kamala. So let's listen to what this dude's got to say.
I got other sources that I go to get the real true news that gives you documentation. That
I'm not saying I trust
everything.
pastors, but
Everything she says on here, I can tell is stuff she heard on the news or what somebody else in her community has told her. One of the false things that people believe is January 6th was, that people were killed January 6th when the riot at the Capitol.
I have to look into it again. Give me a second.
What you have not heard is, and the media wouldn't report it, is that Trump said before they went down there, we going down to protest peacefully and patriotically. The news media didn't give you that. They cut that out.
Juliet,
So he was encouraging them not to riot. Second thing you don't know is that Trump called the mayor of Washington, D.C., because the federal government cannot bring in the National Guard unless they get permission from the mayor. He offered a day or two before January the 6th, so just somewhere around the 3rd or the 4th of January, he offered 10,000 troops. All this is on record. He offered 10,000 troops to come because he had heard that something was brewing and getting ready to happen, and he wanted to help control. She would not receive it.
A little over a month ago, his house was shot up. The fuck?
This was an African-American Democratic mayor, Mayor Bowser in Washington, D.C., would not accept the troops. I can't understand if there's finna be a riot possibly coming and it's being heard about in your city, and you don't want to protect the city.
Yeah, I'm going to check into him now.
Because there was a plan.
It sounds like they want to erase him for a
look
reason.
at who did it benefit. Let me tell you who was behind January the 6th. January the 6th, look at who benefited, and you'll know then who was really behind it. January the 6th, because I've done my research, I can send you any references you need to help you out.
Good to see you.
Go back to when Martin Luther King had his last march in Memphis before he died. His last march was the week before the assassination. I think it was the 28th of March. He was killed on the 4th. What they did, they went and paid black boys.
Oh, is that who?
Because they saw King progressing. He was getting ready to have the Poor People's March, which was going to affect the economics of the city, of the nation, should I say. And they were trying to cut that off from happening. So they wanted to make him look bad and make the nonviolent movement look bad. And so what they did, they paid young African-American gang guys, the FBI, to go in and make a ruckus in the march and then break out windows and everything. And so it looked like on the news, and they began to report it, that nonviolence didn't work. And they were trying to destroy King's reputation. The FBI did that to control what happened. Go look online, do your study. The FBI has been found out that they were behind January the 6th. What they did, they put their people in the front of the line to crawl up the building. They even got videos of Antifa guys changing clothes and putting on the type of clothes that the protesters were even trying to stop them. But they were on the front lines, and so when they are filming everything, it looks like it's the protesters, when it was actually people the FBI had paid to get in front so it could get out that Trump was behind it. We have been brainwashed to a lot of stuff that's happening because your media is not being truthful. The media hates Trump. And y'all don't realize we got to have somebody to get us out of this mess. Now, I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for. I would never do that. But I will tell you this. We got to get somebody that's going to get this nation out of the mess that it's in. I'm finna show you real quickly, because I brought this up a few weeks ago, oh,
his head is shiny as fuck.
Oh, I want to mention something she mentioned. She says something in here about Trump is a sexist.
Really?
He had immoral sexual behavior with a lot of women and all of that. That's the one I want to address, because that's the one I hear all the time. What about all the women? What about Stormy Daniels? What about the video that was out, or the recording about him talking lewdly about women? Every last one of them things, I agree, is wrong and was wrong. I'm in agreement with that. I wish it had been different, that he had done it in a different way.
Yeah.
But let me give you something you haven't thought about.
Being in the military, we have a lot of lewd conversations. We've talked about worse.
My question to you is, if we are not going to give Trump grace, do you deserve grace? Because I guarantee you, everybody listening to me, or the great majority, you got to pass. We all got to pass.
Really?
That we are not proud of.
Oh,
And here's the deal that you're missing. All of these accusations were out before he won the first time, which means you done had 4 years of Trump already, from 2016 to 2017 to 2021. So that means...
Well, the one thing I do, I always say this, the one thing I really paid attention to for QAnon was Hollywood and the workings of Hollywood and what they do and how they survive.
All them accusations didn't impact how he governed when he was in office. So you can kill all that now. We already had 4 years. None of it affected how he governed. Trump never did anything to hurt the black community. Give me one thing he did to hurt us. I can give you things he did to bless us. Give me one that he did to hurt us. Not only that, Trump never passed one ungodly legislation. See, it ain't about personality, his style, and his rhetoric. Because, see, rhetoric ain't going to pay your bills.
Nope.
Policy is what's going to pay your bills. When he wants to keep the taxes low.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said that was one thing for you that I followed closely. And that's why I had a huge rabbit hole deep dive into that kind of stuff.
You got to get above this race stuff. But it's your pride. You've been offended racially. I don't like the way he talk about black folk. Trump has talked about both blacks and whites out there. Different people he's labeled, given nicknames. So it ain't about race. It's his little style of leadership, and just, I would prefer he did it differently, but that's how he chooses to deal with it. But I know rhetoric ain't gonna impact how I'm gonna live. Now, as it relates to the women that he's had, watch this.
What?
The issue with Stormy Daniels happened in 2006. Trump married Melania, I think, either early 2006 or 2005.
Right.
Trump, to this day, still denies that anything happened. But let's say it did happen. Let's say something did happen.
That's right.
And Stormy Daniels. From 2006 all the way to 2024, it's almost 19 years. You ain't heard nothing else about another woman. Watch this now. 19 years. And you sit back and say, well, Pastor, how can you say that? You don't know. Let me tell you why I know. There has been no other president that has been more investigated or scrutinized than Donald Trump. He done been through the Mueller report, the Russian hoax. He done been through trials. He done been through impeachments. They done looked up under the cover or every sheet of paper they could to find anything on him. If there had been anything else, it would have been out by now. So from Stormy Daniels, 2006, up until now, you ain't heard nothing else about another woman. Question, does he deserve some mercy and grace? Don't we all live certain ways in our lives and we practice some things for a while until we made up in our minds that we gonna turn away from it? If there were things that people knew about any of us that we have done from the past, and your job, your career, or other people around you found out about it, you wouldn't be able to hold the position you got. We all got something in our closets that we've done. So that means when he ran and announced in 2016 that he was running from 2006 to 2016, 10 years at that point, they didn't have nothing. So that's why I know he deserves grace. He got to pay. Yeah, he was a playboy in his day.
I mean,
everybody loved him until he came down
weren't
them
we
steps
all at one
and
point
announcing that he was a Republican. Going back to January 6th, Nancy Pelosi, go do your research, was the one that didn't call the security in. She admits she didn't call the security in either. The whole thing is a hoax. If you just do your research, you can find it out. And let me ask this question. You talk about, okay, if we're going to condemn Trump, stay with me.
All right.
Then you got to condemn the present president that's in office, because there are 8 sexual harassments out there against him right now.
Wait, what?
How come we didn't know this? Because the media protected him and wouldn't tell us. 8 women out there that he has accusations of sexual harassment against. We know about Trump's sins, but nobody told us about Biden. I'm going to send it out to you. I'm getting ready to send out an email. Has it already gone out, Mike? Okay, I'm getting ready to send out an email blast that'll give you that where you can do your research.
Daddy complex girl.
If we don't put Trump's sins in, then we got to go deal with Kamala. Because before Kamala became senator or president, she had a day also. She dated a man by the name of Willie Brown, who was the mayor of San Francisco while he was married. So that means while he was still legally married to this woman, although separated, they were in a sexual relationship with each other. If we gonna give Kamala mercy, do we owe Trump? No, you just hate Trump. Because really it's symbolic for many of you, not everybody, but it's really symbolic of your feeling toward white people, period. White people, black people are just as racist sometimes as white folks.
There you go.
Who have been racist, and not all of them are racist, and not all black people feel that way. But your real problem is you hate white folk. You haven't forgiven white people.
Bro, that's what gets me too. It's the tattoos, man. And it's the unkept caveman look, I guess.
Somebody
even
else,
though I groom
deep down, you don't trust white people.
And you still care. I take care of myself. Let's just say it.
Carried bitterness for the racism you experienced. I've been there. And I had to repent and check my heart with God that I wasn't right when it came to whites. And since that time, because I've forgiven and I'm not bitter anymore, my eyes are spiritually open.
Oh shit, that was it.
But they never deliver. And they don't come see about you. They'll bring you a few turkeys or give you a cell phone every 4 years. And then after that, you don't see them anymore because they're in love with power.
One good thing about being a veteran sometimes is every year on Thanksgiving, group of people in Clarksville, they give out free turkeys and shit to veterans for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I mean, at least that's a little thing, because I like that idea because my family gets to eat turkey. I mean, not that we don't buy. Typically, I buy a lot bigger turkeys and they fuck it up, and I have to end up coming back the next year and frying one. I love frying turkeys, by the way. If you haven't tried one, I highly recommend it. But yeah.
Bill Clinton, yeah, let me bring him up, had a girl in the White House while in office, in the Oval Office,
polishing
doing
that
sexual
knob.
things. And I didn't hear nobody black back when he was in office stand up and say he was wrong, because he gets a pass for being a Democrat. But over here, Republican Trump, look at all the stuff he doing and what he done. He's a sexist and he's all of this. People act like you can't change in life. Barack Obama put the rainbow colors on the White House the night Supreme Court decided to make same-sex marriage legal, and I didn't see black folks say a word. He was declaring a detestable sin over the whole nation. And that's some of the stuff we dealing with right now.
All right. Oh, we're about to get into some Diddy type shit. Let me double check. Now, I only got one Diddy video, and then we got, everyday people and how fucking retarded some of them are. So, it's time for the mandatory music break, but this is probably a song you want to listen to. It's got a lot of humor in it. It's pretty old. It's got Scott Baio and a very taboo subject.
Hey, champ. Why the long face?
I don't know, Scott Baio. I really screwed up last night.
Come on, talk to me. Tell me what happened.
All right, I'll try.
I took her on a date, things seemed so bright. I knew I would not need my YouPorn tonight. We go to her place and we fool around. We throw all our clothes to the ground. We begin as she turns out the lights. I start but feel something so very extra tight. I hear her cry and I see her frown. I look at the condom, it is all brown. Last night, ooh, I stuck it in the wrong hole. I'm so sorry, ooh, from the bottom of my soul, 'cause I stuck it in the wrong hole.
First of all, as a male, I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, it's not an accident.
Preparation H, it'll make you feel better. In my defense, those holes are so close together. Oh baby, baby, don't feel defiled. It's a common accident during doggy style.
Bad guy?
It was so dark, I couldn't see so good. I had no idea where I put my wood. I want to make things better, want to make it alright. If you want, you can put on a strap on and give it back to me all night.
I'd rather if she didn't.
Yeah.
Last night, ooh, I stuck it in the wrong hole. I'm so sorry. Ooh,
Bro, when he talks to his girlfriend, he became my favorite. Exactly,
I
Yeti.
never ever want to make you feel hurting. I guess that's why God made that hole not for inserting. Tell me how you feel, baby, please don't pause. Now I know how they feel in that HBO show Oz. Maybe take some Advil, your pain it will fix. From the way you walk, you can compete in the Special Olympics. If this was Alabama, we would be on trial. That's how my mom took my temperature when I was a child.
Here it comes.
I've got a confession, and I think you won't mind. I kinda liked when you put it in my behind.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, baby, I'm no sodomite. Can't we just try it again?
You're right, community cardio. It's never an accident.
All right.
What'd y'all think? If some people play that on their channels, they would probably be worried. Somebody's gonna find that offensive. Welcome to my world. If you're offended, you know how to get out of here. If you're not, you're here for a reason. Probably because I say what people are afraid to say because I don't give a fuck. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna fire me? I'm my own boss. Are they gonna go dox me? I've already doxed myself numerous times. Let's talk about baby oil.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Good point, man. But what was that comment you made about how the baby oil at Diddy house might be laced? What makes you say that?
Well, what I said is that isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind.
Answer the question, Harper.
I don't believe it was
Just
baby
kidding.
oil.
Just kidding.
Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was gonna find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first.
What's in it though?
You gotta realize 9 times out of 10, that individual that got caught at the airport, that was supposed to be their carrier, told them what they was doing and what they had. I wouldn't put him past that he told them everything. So when they went up in there, they knew they had to take whatever was out there, and that thing that appeared to be baby oil.
Bro, you were his bodyguard.
They took
what the
that.
fuck's in it?
They got to test every last one of them. Let's see how much. Let's see how many of those come back to be baby oil. Bro, listen to me. Costco don't sell that much baby oil.
They don't even sell baby
Where
oil.
you know sell that much baby oil?
Yeah, I don't know any store that sell that much baby oil. I know Costco, they came out and said that they don't even sell baby oil.
My sentiments exactly.
Did he have his own baby oil?
But you personally, right? What do you believe was in the baby oil?
If you ever seen
That's what
a
I thought,
massage
Yeti.
parlor being raided,
Definitely what I was thinking.
and they walking out the people, do they take the massage oil with them when they go?
Mm-mm.
No, they just walk
You
out the
gotta
people
think.
who are.
As bad as it sounds, like there's reasons suppositories are made because it absorbs a lot faster, which is why you shouldn't butt chug shit too, because you put alcohol, like actual booze, not beer, you could fucking get alcohol poisoning quick because it absorbs straight pretty fucking quick into the bloodstream.
Being arrested. If you ever seen a person getting arrested and the people being arrested in those brothel houses, do they take out the stuff in the brothel houses? No, they don't. They take the individuals who are being arrested out the brothel houses. For them to take 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's like that they did not leave one. They left people there, but they ain't leave not one bottle. Nobody needed no baby oil. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby oil.
Where was it made?
That's why they took all the bottles.
Where was it made?
And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was.
Doesn't
and
HPB
like some of the people
actually
told me,
like
it was probably that
GHB? Yeah. Doesn't it lose effectiveness just like any other medication? The longer it sits.
HB.
What's that?
I think it's gamma hydrox.
Date rape.
I looked it up, bro. Let me see. See if I can find it.
Dude,
I know this
is
is just showing everything like that, but oh no. Let me. Yo, somebody tap dance or sing or do something, you know what I'm saying, while I'm doing this. Oh, here we go right here. It's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is it effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment.
Date rape.
It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rub it on her, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. It can also give you memory loss, drowsiness, and that's under the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration.gov.
You going to jail?
All right, so I haven't really watched this video. I'm not gonna lie, but when I see a drunk mom with 8 fucking kids in the car, that bitch doesn't deserve to be parent. That bitch deserves to be in a lot worse places than fucking handcuffs.
Jail. You going to jail today? All them kids, look at them! All them kids! All them kids in the floor!
On August 26th, 2023, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle driving erratically with an unsafe number of occupants inside.
5 adults, 6 kids.
In a Tesla.
Roll the window down. What's wrong with you?
Bro, drop that channel link though. That fucking channel and Wit, bro. If I hadn't had a migraine, I would have been there even a lot longer. But you see his face when I started talking about shit that most people don't? That motherfucker's eyes lit up and he couldn't stop.
Damn, shut up! Where's your idea? Where's your idea? Let me see it.
Don't even know you asking them that. Why you entertaining it? They just need to be quiet.
It's a birthday party.
It's a birthday party.
A birthday party we did right here in Paris.
Did you hear? I asked you to roll all your windows down.
Okay.
What happened?
Nothing happened.
Yeah, you might enjoy Wit's channel. That dude, knowledgeable, very knowledgeable.
I'm
trying to get her to come.
We're just holding the kids because we just left a birthday party today.
That's what you just said.
Well, I felt like a nerd yesterday because there was so much that we knew. It's almost like we were on the same wave. Like me and you, Daddy.
We had to because if we don't leave with these kids, they gonna it's going to escalate to people saying we ain't having
Can you fit
watching our
6 kids in a
at the same
Tesla?
time. We just left a birthday party. I'm gonna give you my birthday. We trying to go home. I know we gotta go down there. But if we had to, because if we don't leave with these kids, they When the escalator,
That's not an escalade.
watching our kids at the same time.
Oh, escalating.
I'm gonna give you my, can I give you my birthday?
This car register to you, ma'am?
Nah, it's a rental.
Oh, it's a rental.
So
Okay.
show me some form of identification. You been drinking?
But she's black, though. Cops are racist.
This car registered to you, ma'am?
Nah, it's a rental.
She just said it was a rental.
So
Okay.
show me some form of identification.
Okay.
Where your purse at?
It's in the trunk.
You step up.
This bitch is starting to sound like a
I'm
sob
trying to
set.
make it where I can open up the trunk for you. I know you saying it. We just left.
Why don't you just open the trunk?
Me?
Yeah.
Open it from inside. You gotta open it from the out.
Well, open it from there.
Those look like toddlers.
Yeah.
Like they're no older than 10. You know damn well they weren't wearing seatbelts.
Step out real quick. Step out real quick. You don't need your purse to step out the car. What you doing?
Oh, the cop's black. So it's not because she's black.
Ma'am, how many times I gotta tell you? Step out the car. I said get out the car.
Yo, yank her
What's
out.
in something's in
Yank
here.
her out.
Something in this car. Step out. Step out.
I got the key. That's public intoxication. Chill out.
I'm gonna detain you. Stop being a bitch. Trump.
She riled up.
I gotta pee so bad, y'all.
You got a pee?
Take your glasses off.
Heading to the wood line.
What's your name?
Uniqua.
Where you live? Turn around.
I turn around and pee real quick, y'all.
Wait. That's not happening.
Don't do it. That's sexual.
That's called You really about
I got to real bad.
about to go to jail.
Why?
Yeah, his voice sounds bad.
Where you going?
I gotta pee.
Bro, come here. What are you doing? What the
Yeah, look at his
fuck?
hands.
Hey.
Whoa!
Hey, I would get out.
That one's not. Whoa! And this is where it gets fucking bad.
During the pursuit, the drunk driver struck another vehicle, causing complete chaos on the scene.
Oh, 41. Hey, 41. 41. 41. Get your ass over here. Get the
Get the bitch. Throw her on the ground. She's resisting. There you go. Oh, the bitch's weight just came off.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Get your hands on your back. Get your fucking. Get your
No,
hands
it's a
on your
black cop. You can tell.
You crazy.
Bro, he's got
wrong
pink
with you?
handcuffs.
What the-
White boy's got pink handcuffs.
Yo, drunk ass. Yo, drunk ass.
Why would you do that? My child was in the car. My child was in the car.
Your child's in the car. Now you're worried about him?
My kids in the car. Why would you do that?
I hate it when they give him handcuffs. Man, fuck those hoes.
Hey, get the kids. Help me out. Get the kids.
Bro, why are you on the ground? What's going on?
Get up. Get the. Get up.
No.
Get up. You know goddamn better. Get your ass in the car.
Yeah.
Get your ass.
How did she get out of it?
Get your ass.
Put the bitch in the car.
Hell no. Come on.
Oh, fuck her.
Get your ass over here. Get your ass over here.
No.
You going in this car. Get up.
I need an
Hey,
You need a
Veronica.
goddamn ambulance.
Yes, I do.
We taking you to the hospital. Get your ass up.
Jamie's in the No.
Child, cruelty to children, all that shit.
No, it's not.
Stand up.
There you go, Yeti.
Listen,
I'm not going to the children.
you going to jail. You going to jail today. All kids, look at them! All them kids! All them kids in the car!
Officer, I don't want to go to jail, my knees!
Hold it. I got you. Hey, get your breath out. No. What the fuck is your problem?
If y'all watch Matt in the morning, he just went live. I don't.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
You could have told us to get out the car. You could have said, y'all get out. Why would you do that?
Damn, man.
That's crazy.
My child in the front seat. Hello.
Look at those kids.
Right now. Bitch, right now. And I want to fight, bro. Oh my God, my child was in.
Now fuck her up then.
How many you say that now? Bitch, now.
All right.
You need to calm down.
Give me a
Bro,
favor.
where's the first responder?
Take your breath. Take your seat.
That's my child. My baby's in the front seat. You see me holding my baby. She just told us to get out the car.
I know.
If that's the case.
Please just take a seat.
Look at that car.
Together for me.
Look how fucked up it is.
Help me out. God damn.
All right, listen to me.
Why the fuck
What's
is
your
she
name?
still on the ground?
So you lied about your identification also.
No, I did not. She just told me to grab something out the purse.
All right.
I've been driving this company.
We got one Union City unit out with us, but we do need more.
Crazy town, even though my daughters are adults, since they live in my house, they have a curfew of 10 o'clock because I don't want them out driving when motherfucking Clarksville's pretty bad about it, for sure. I mean, we have one of the highest insurances in the company because of all the fucking accidents. And I can see it, idiot drivers are everywhere. The fact that she was drunk made it even worse. With 6 fucking kids in the car.
Get up, get up.
And then you have that lady that's laying on the ground and nobody's even checking on her.
You're gonna stand up
bitch,
right
there's
now.
another one.
You understand?
I need an ambulance, officer.
Fucking
You're
cares
going to
what
the
you need.
hospital and then jail. All right, Fulton County Jail. Stand up. Stand up.
This is the white cop.
I'm pregnant.
Oh!
Hey,
Whoa,
guess
whoa,
what?
whoa,
You're
whoa!
still going to jail.
Did you see that cop's tattoo? He must be prior service. You see that? Let me turn the captions off. IGY6. Which side is it on? It's somewhere. I got you 6. That's I don't know if it's same as police, but in the military that's because of 22 a day. If you look, this I should actually be a semicolon.
Listen, listen. You're gonna stand up right now. You understand?
I need an ambulance, officer.
Yeah, you're going to the hospital and then jail. All right, Fulton County Jail.
I can't find it. I know it's somewhere there.
Stand up.
I'm hurt. I'm pregnant.
Hey, guess what? You're still going to jail, hurt and pregnant.
I know
Sit
that.
up.
Then stop fucking crying.
I'm pregnant, officer.
You're pregnant?
They said they got a warrant. They said go.
Hey, they're all right, but
I've been trying to go.
hey, you can go ahead and release traffic. We're good on traffic. We're just trying to get all this sorted out.
I wonder how much welfare she gets.
Hurry in my damn car.
Enough to rent a
We had
fucking
to fight her to
vessel.
get her in custody.
No.
All right, get up.
She gave a false name.
No.
Come on. 1, 2.
They told me to grab something.
All right, come on, let's get up. Come on, get up. Ready?
1,
2, 3, let's go.
stand.
Stand up.
I can't pick this up.
I'm pregnant.
Okay.
Oh well.
Get up.
You go in the right
Are you
now.
pregnant?
You know what? Just lay on the ground. She
Why
ain't
the
going
fuck
to
are you
the
drunk?
Whose car is this? Whose car is this? Dog, you alright, man?
Yeah.
What's wrong, man? You sure?
Yeah.
You alright, bro?
Yeah.
Let me check you out. Y'all, you sure?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get all this.
How's your arms? Legs, everything good? Man. Damn!
Yeah, that cop is pissed at her.
Oh, you okay? He didn't say that, my bad. It's okay. I felt the
Hey, you work for Amazon, huh?
I'm gonna feel it later. Let me see. It smacked me all up on my side.
Yo, is he fucking wearing like women's gym spandex?
You sure? It ain't broke.
All right.
That would have been screaming.
Let me get your ID and stuff, okay?
Why do you need his? Oh, okay.
Huh?
Yes or no? You say you are? All right, come on, let's go. Come on. I can't get you up by myself. Come on. I'll help you get on. All right, you ready? All right, come on.
Hold on. Let me get my key in.
All right. Hold on, officer. Hold on.
Come on, get up. Use your legs.
Hold on, officer.
Get your fat ass up.
Wait. It's just my weight, officer.
We trying to pick you up. Use your legs. You ain't being a team player right now. Come on.
You ready?
You finna go to the hospital. I'm finna take you. And then you go on the right street.
I know that.
Come on.
Use your legs.
Come on.
I'm trying, officer. I'm trying.
Stand right.
You ain't trying.
No, I'm not.
And she gave us a false name.
I'm not, officer.
Will you identify who she is?
Oh, Sergeant Black.
Somebody's 100 pounds.
100 pounds, bro.
All right, so how long you gonna keep lying to me, wasting our time? What's your name?
Selena.
What did she give y'all?
I got her ID. Shit. She talk about she 5'8", 100 pounds. What's she talking about, bro? Hey, Miss Lady. What's her name?
Bro.
We just
Bro, let me tell you something.
I'm 5'8", 180 pounds. I don't look that fucking fat. If she's 100 pounds.
The ID she gave us. She's saying she 100 pounds, bro.
But look,
it say 100 pounds on ID, bro.
Lead the party. She said she'll take us home. I'm being real with you.
What's her name, bro?
I don't know her real name.
You don't know her name?
I don't know her real name.
Talia what?
Huh?
Jefferson.
Yo, Grady.
Hey, you guys want to hear a racist joke? What did George Washington and Thomas Jefferson have in common, besides the fact that they were president? Anybody? Anybody? They were the last white dudes to have those last names.
Turn her on her left side. Left side. Left side. Left side. Left
Why
side.
left side?
In case it's real. Left side. Left side. Left side. Come on, left.
She's not having a fucking seizure. Come on.
Watch her hit on that door.
It's a student.
I've dealt with two seizures in my life. Not me, but other people. One was a fucking doc, and one was a random dude. I was coming out of Walmart, and dude fucking collapsed. Just so happened that, you know, one of my infantry dudes was there like, hey, doc, somebody just fucking passed out. I'm like, oh my God. This is like 9 o'clock at night. Dude, I picked that dude. I was talking to him. He did not want to go to a hospital. He didn't. Diabetic, so I had somebody get him a Mountain Dew. He was feeling way better. Those are the kind of moments that make you feel good. Not to mention that doctor I got to slap in the fucking face until he started waking up.
It's fake, but treat it as if it's real. I got her right now.
Alright. I don't know if she had a seizure or what. You check out from what am I talking?
She didn't have a seizure.
Was she in an accident? I need to know.
Yes, she was in an accident. Okay.
There we go, EMS.
Car over here.
You need us to take your stuff off?
Not yet. She was just like.
We gotta get that done. We're gonna put it on the phone.
Two.
All right,
Take the cuffs off so I can get on. He got it, please. Darvin got it.
No Yeti. I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. There is. A lot of black women especially.
Hold on. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second.
What is she in?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out. I understand you said come. I'm just trying to find out what happened.
She struck a vehicle, but she hit the curb right there.
Okay, if y'all can help me get her on there, that'll be great. How many patients do we have altogether?
Well, we need the kids assessed.
They're minimal patients.
Who cares if they're minimal patients? Get them fucking looked at.
Two over there. But they have
what's up with her? Are they adults or?
Well, she was just fighting us. She just ran from us.
She was just fighting and now she got this.
And she got in an accident. She was driving. She got alcohol on her breath. Where's her car? White car? The white car. Tesla.
We haven't even got there.
Is it alcohol on her breath, or does she actually have a diabetic seizure? Because it gets the same smell.
Head part. There you go. Huh? Y'all want it right here. Y'all want any ID on her? No, she gave us a false name, false ID. Y'all want it? Yeah. We'll get it. We'll get it. Sorry. Watch your car. Watch your car.
I'm gonna give you the speed. That's probably 6 hours.
Wait, we're gonna check out your kids. We're gonna check out everybody. Right? Tell me what you need. Okay.
Yo, boss man. The people in the car with her said she might have cocaine. Okay.
He's just a driver. He's a basic EMT.
So this is the ordeal I'm having right here.
Which guy?
Mom's drunk, impaired.
That's it.
Excuse me. Yeah. So she refusing treatment for her
But
kids. I don't think she has
ketosis actually.
a conscious decision for what her kids have and have not.
It's one thing about a different ketosis.
To find out what.
But yeah, that smell. It's like a fruity smell.
Do y'all have?
Leaving that conversation, you can have that one.
Yeah, our only issue is she would have to cooperate with the breathalyzer or it won't give a reading.
Yeah, because she wasn't driving and everything. I mean, I understand the fact that. Okay, so.
Because then that's a whole nother thing. If they weren't driving, then.
Oh yeah, I know what OCG at Georgia reads all about that.
Yeah,
shit.
there's not a number limit for just being impaired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do real quick.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I wasn't sure.
Hey, what just went live on Rumble?
And y'all are charging her with that? All of it.
Yes. Actually, I do watch a lot of ASP chases back in the day, especially that black Challenger that for some reason they just couldn't fucking catch. But yeah, those pit maneuvers they do, they're on point.
You know what child endangerment is? Well, good, because that's what you're being charged with.
We know you are, Yeti.
Because let me tell you right now.
I'm going.
All right, we're gonna walk over there, and Spice is gonna go with kids.
Don't scare them.
I'm not scared. What I'm telling you is, you don't have the capacity to make the decision for your children or yourself. All right, well, come with me.
Can I walk them over there?
Miss,
They're going.
Stand up.
Wait, who's she?
Because guess what? You causing my man to get loud.
She's fucking Schmammer too.
No, focus. He don't need to get loud, and I'm not finna get loud. Let's walk to the ambulance.
Come with me.
Peacefully. Let's go.
Okay. Come on.
Because I'm done yelling. I done yelled too much today.
So y'all gonna scare my kid?
No, we not putting you in handcuffs. Come on to this ambulance.
But
Stop
y'all gonna scare my
Lower your
kid?
voice. We just taking a walk. Come on. Miss Johnson, come on. Bring your ass.
Bring your ass.
Which one we going to? This one or that one? We're going to this one. Come on. Come on, Miss. Come on, hurry up.
I did advise them of the address of RV's house. I'll call the back to see if they're
You all right?
Yo, there are kids in the back there already?
I've been drinking. I ain't gonna lie about that now.
For finally telling me the truth. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I did. I have. They came from Florida.
I mean, I would be drinking too.
Was it Friday night, Saturday?
Speaking of drinking.
Party with the kids.
You know, JFK, if you're listening, what you did to Jeff yesterday was kind of fucked up. Talking about alcohol and drinking and all that stuff, I knew what was going to happen. Because Jeff was just like, he was laughing and loving it and reminiscing. And Jeff, man, you got to have a stronger will than that, bro. You really do.
See if you can get her finger out.
She's stronger than I am.
Give me a second, man.
I'm trying to take a picture right now.
Listen, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen.
Yes, Yeti.
I'm a shift
Yes.
supervisor. If you give me your real name, you won't have to use the
Apparently he's been shadow banned, so me showing up was the first new person he's seen in a long while.
Changing it.
Because of
No, he said he likes to
about your
drink
warrants.
too.
We're not worried about no warrants. I ain't got time for that. You got to hit.
I got no kids. I got my kids.
Her titties must be out.
They got my shit so many times for fucking blood. They got my shit so many times for blood, so many times.
Where's the in there?
Let me go.
Hold
Oh, my neck.
My
Look
neck.
how y'all doing me.
I'm back.
Look how y'all doing me. Tell them let me go on my neck. Tell them let me go on my neck.
No, just the end. We need to
Tell them let me go on my neck. Tell them let me go on my
The
neck.
drunk people are the worst when you're trying to treat people.
And he ain't want to faint it.
Let me go. They keep trying to take my blood.
Don't be me saying.
Officer, can't do that. Take my blood.
Man, you was in a car accident. Calm down.
Tell them to stop, officer. They're not right. They're not right.
Stop fighting.
They're not right. Officer, why you doing this to me? You need to turn your number.
Dude, I'm not
You did it to me, officer. Officers had to go. They doing this to me. They hurt my neck.
Let them help
Officer, they hurt me.
you. Asked for the
They hurt me. They hurt me. They hurt me.
You asked for medical
They
attention.
hurt me. You
What's
see
up,
them?
dude?
They don't hurt
Say hello.
me. That's
Nobody's hurting you. Nobody's hurting you.
Not get out of my coffee, fool. Have fun.
They f***ed up, officer. They don't have no reason to even pull me over. They put the girl over. She
Bro,
like
hit her
she
with some
ain't go to
fucking
jail.
diazepam or
You
something.
was driving the car, right?
No.
Oh, you don't lie about that?
No. I wasn't at first. Stop. Why they hurt my leg?
Relax.
Why they hurt my leg?
Get off of him.
Hit her with some fucking diazepam. 5 milligrams.
Why they hurt my leg?
Arm stretch out.
Why they hurt my leg?
Now your
Why
leg?
they hurt my leg?
Thank you.
Why they hurt my leg? Why they hurt me? It's better than Officer Smith. It's Smith, you wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
I got it.
Have you guys ever started a central line?
Officer Smith, you wrong. All my life you wrong. You just sit here and watch them do me like that.
You the only one in here acting a fool.
You right here saying, watch your with all this stuff.
You put all your people in danger for driving like that.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You had babies in that car.
They did not put them in no danger. They did
Why would
say
they
they
chase you? Why
can't go to jail.
Why are my people chasing you?
They were not chasing me. They did not see me.
They weren't chasing you?
And you asked for help when I got there.
So we gave you something for a seizure.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you very much.
What'd they give her?
They're not hurting you, man.
They hurt me. I'm hurt. I'm hurt, officer.
Well, that's why you're in an ambulance, you dumb cunt.
Officer, I'm hurt.
What's the cop gonna do if you're hurt?
Officer, I'm hurt. They hurt me.
You was in the car accident.
Your camera working?
Yeah, it's
Your
on.
camera working?
Yes.
They hurt me.
Yes, it stays on.
They hurt me, officer. Officer, they hurt me. Officer, they hurt me. Officer, they hurt me.
Because they're being fucking annoying.
We got you.
Officer, they hurt me.
We're gonna cover you.
They hurt me. They hurt me, officer.
This is the kind of patient I would go for the nursing vein,
Is it that serious?
just because it hurts a little bit more.
You hurt me. You hurt me. There's a lawsuit. There's a lawsuit. Y'all hurt me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
All right, Georgia Floyd.
Honestly, I cannot breathe.
You're screaming pretty well for someone who can't breathe. When I used to teach my medics, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta check their airway." I'm like, "Listen, motherfucker, are they screaming at you? Yes, doc. Yes, aunt. That means they're breathing.
I can't breathe! 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 I can't breathe!
Your ass is about to hyperventilate yourself.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Y'all go. Y'all go. Y'all go.
Huh?
Y'all go.
Hold that, yeah.
Y'all go.
And Chuck.
Y'all go. Y'all go.
Noonan already
Please take
called.
it. I can't breathe!
Listen, y'all can pull out. I'm just gonna hold on. Calm down. Let me keep this in. Look.
The woman was charged with multiple counts of child cruelty, DUI, fleeing a peace officer, reckless driving, and resisting arrest. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember,
I think she should have gotten I hope she got some pretty substantial time, which she probably pled down. It's not just black people, Yeti. I've met a lot. And some of them were my medics. And let's just say they learned quick. Now, we're going to talk about a social media sensation who likes to start shit because he has bodyguards around him. He's a piece of shit. And he gets punched in the face quite a few times. And then he has his bodyguards, some big fucking 7-foot tall gorilla looking dude. So let's talk about Jack Dorsey. And why would you wreck a McLaren for clout?
Continues to stream his faultless behavior, bumping into strangers to start scuffles that his hired hands have to handle for him.
Thank you, Yeti. Thank you.
As when he's not streaming with his security, he seems entirely different.
Yo, bro, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, nigga?
Yeah, you finger the Island Boys, bro. You a hop in your
Well, the Island Boys hit good. Good enough.
Kissing the Island Boys, fingering them and shit.
Yeah. That boy Jack. Oh, shoot.
Until he finds out his bodyguards can't protect him from guardrails.
Get off your phone, idiot.
Help! Help!
Obviously, you never hydroplaned before.
Break the window! Oh! 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 Can you hold this? Oh!
Still live streaming.
Oh!
You want that clout.
Car, bro. Oh, dude, my f***ing car. Holy no. No. Michael, are you good?
The only thing worse than texting while driving your supercar through a storm is checking on your McLaren before your cameraman and so-called friend. And the only thing worse than that is using a nearly fatal accident as an opportunity to promote your adult content by rushing in this specific girl.
Wait, let him have that, let him have that. Let him have that, and then McKinley, can you just... I think you're just do this. Or McKinley, can you come on here on the phone? And McKinley, come. Just make it look good. Look through you the whole time. Go over Michael. Driver's license with you? Yeah, I got you. You guys,
He's got no eye.
No. It was just them two.
And the only thing worse than that is I'm almost certain the entire incident was premeditated, as back in September he posted a text message of a girl allegedly wrecking his...
I don't know if he fingered the Island Boys. I know one of them clocked him. Clocked him pretty good.
Blue supercar, who coincidentally was the same girl he videoed at the latest crash, except the crash from this text wasn't his and was actually a photo from 5 years ago. And 9 months ago, when I covered Jack's fatherless antics, we found out he was picking fights with strangers, specifically to have that same girl screaming in the background. Where 9 months ago, she had much more clothes on and 50,000 less followers on Twitter, as her Instagram has blown up to over 1 million followers at the exact time Jack started these tactics. And as I've said with all these nuisance streamers, from Jack to Neon to the not Somalian kid, when you rely on outrage for attention, you're always going to have to outdo yourself to stay relevant. Jack almost getting punched at a party can only create shockwaves so many times until people see it's obviously staged. So when he tested a supercar getting smashed story and it successfully drew attention, of course he's gonna crash his McLaren with that McKinley girl right behind him. As almost offering your camera guy for clicks would be a bad idea, only if you want a sociopath. Because let's call that car crash for what it was, an advertisement for adult content. As in an endless sea of nudity online, it's really hard to stand out on the spicy websites themselves, until he found a loophole in advertising it on regular people's feeds on social media for free. And it's not going to stop until he gets banned from even the shadier streaming sites, or worse, it'll end the life of somebody while trying to generate these increasingly worse viral clips. And when that finally does happen, I'll blame Jack, I'll blame the girls, I'll blame all the thirsty dudes that are purchasing her pictures, making them into millionaires.
I don't even know
Most
who she is.
importantly, I'll blame all the failed fathers that produced absolutely everybody in that ecosystem of shame, or as I've been calling it, the daddy issues economy. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that—
I ain't gonna lie.
Hilarious.
In the house.
Miss.
Just saying. Alright, I said we're from one stupid person to about a handful of stupid people about how they're gonna vote. And obviously a lot of them are voting based on skin color. Can you guess what color people he's gonna interview?
Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris? Why Kamala Harris?
She's middle class citizen, and she's a very well-spoken black woman. I respect her. She's an AKA. She's for everybody.
Black woman, AKA. Fuck AKA.
And not just for one person and one party. She's for everybody.
You know.
Who did you vote for in the primary? Did you vote in the primary?
I did not. I wasn't going to vote this
You
year.
can't
if it
vote
was
in the
gonna be
primary
between
for
Biden and
Kamala.
Trump, because I didn't want either or, so I wasn't going to vote. And for real.
There was no primary, legit primary. They either canceled them or just took people off the ballot. Kamala wasn't even on the ballot.
It don't even matter what we vote, because our vote don't count any damn way. You know what I'm saying?
Where are you from?
Kansas City, Missouri.
So,
Really?
so Kamala Harris basically got you back in and encouraged you to get out there to vote.
Yes, she did.
She's obviously been super involved in this administration. What do you like that she's done so far the last 3.5 years?
I mean, really, actually, to really be honest,
Nothing.
I haven't really followed her the last 3 years. I just respect her as being a black woman. I'm a black woman, and not saying I'm just going for her as a black woman, but I just like what she stands for.
Should we be voting policy or should we be voting because of somebody's skin color? What do you think?
Policy.
What policy do you like
but
about
That's
her?
more important to you then?
It's more important to me, but it also drew me in with her being part of my race. You know what I'm
She's
saying?
not,
It
though.
drew me in to want to vote and want to, you know, participate in this election, because I mean, I understand her. We from the same culture, you know what I'm saying? So I understand her.
Why Donald Trump over Kamala Harris?
Because she's had 4 years in office to do something that she said she's going to do, and she still hasn't done it.
All right.
Kamala?
Kamala Harris.
Why Kamala Harris?
I think it's a better option for us.
Wow.
She's been in office the last 3.5 years. What was your favorite accomplishment of hers? She's been very heavily involved in the administration. What would you say is just your favorite?
I think she's just the right person to become, the next president. Because she's looking out for us, for the middle class people. That's what it matters to us. Donald Trump's another level, it's all for himself and his friends and everything. I don't think that's fair.
Donald Trump's tax cuts for the middle class. Do you think that was helpful for the middle class or no?
I don't think so.
What?
Guess what I'd vote for?
You're voting Donald Trump.
He had tax cuts for the middle class. Do you think that affected the middle class in any way? No, not at all. That.
Good job. Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Definitely Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. There's no way I'd vote for Kamala Harris.
Donald J. Trump, baby.
Ma'am? Donald Trump, okay.
All
So
right.
you guys are in the perfect attire.
Oh my God, here we go.
We got the Kamala Harris merch right here.
Absolutely.
We voting for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Are you kidding? Kamala Harris.
Definitely Kamala Harris.
In the house, yes.
Why is that? Why are we voting for Kamala Harris?
Well, number one, she talks about what we've lived. I'm an educator some 40 years. And what we've lived is lifting people up, not tearing them down.
Wait a second. Did he say an educator for 40 years? Interesting.
He seems to specialize in that, tearing people down. And I am the absolute opposite. and he epitomizes everything that I've stood against and everything that I've trained and worked with my students to do. And that is to lift up one another and to achieve greatness and great heights and be told that they can always do well and do the best.
But you have to work for
and
it.
do the best and be the best.
And you guys, she's obviously been heavily involved in the Biden administration. What was your favorite accomplishment of hers as Vice President of the United States?
As Vice President of the United States, she was bold enough to go to the border and tell people to stay home.
That wasn't at the border, first of all. She was in Guatemala. She didn't go to the border until last week. Almost 4 years. You're an educator.
People forget that.
No.
And in fact,
people don't forget that. You are uninformed.
People forget that. and in fact, more so, there are a lot of people who are misinformed, and there's a lot of misinformation going around. And so let's set the record straight, if I may. And that is, Trump didn't give you a dime, people. That was the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris.
But Joe Biden and Kamala Harris weren't in charge from 2016 to 2020. Our dime has pretty much turned into a penny.
Harris administration that gave you $2,300 and $1,500. No one else. Stop playing. This is not a game.
Hey, I got a question for you. When it comes to the border, Kamala Harris overlooking the border, telling them not to come, that is seemingly more of a sore subject when it comes to this administration. Worst border crisis in American history. And when she visited the border, she didn't visit the spot where the border crisis was happening. What are your thoughts about that? Is that something to tell for Kamala Harris when this is the worst border crisis in American history that we've seen under this administration? What do you think?
And more misinformation. And from you. That's funny.
Wait,
let's make it clear.
Yeah.
All right.
Clarify.
Just so you understand.
I don't think that was misinformation.
The Biden, it is.
You guys, let's take a few moments to talk about my good friends over Allegiance Gold. As we close in on the election, it's really no surprise that Donald Trump is gaining support among all. Back on this video.
The Biden administration inherited that border crisis. You remember the
No,
one
they
that
didn't.
Trump said that he was going to build a big wall. I think he made it about 5 feet. Not just that. It was so garbage that I think I could have made it through that wall. All I had to do was just open the door. But not just that. It was also done in a situation where they were advocating, not just advocating, but they also had a, what is that called? A bill that they were going to strengthen the border.
Right.
And in fact, that bill didn't even come from them. Yeah. It came from Congress, and they were with the bill prepared to sign. They negotiated and everything else. And guess what?
For 1,500 more border agents. Those border agents weren't there to stop them. That's what you don't understand. That's why you're misinformed. Stop spreading misinformation.
Donald Trump called up all his buddies and said, don't vote for it because I want them to seem like failures. Guess what?
Somebody watches
They're not.
the
They're
news
not
way too
failures.
much.
And in fact, when Donald Trump
How did they inherit the border crisis, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, answer the question.
To put out that vaccine for the coronavirus and kill some 658,000 people. My friends that I went to college with.
Trump Warp Speed created that vaccine, which we already had because it's a fucking manufactured disease in the first place, allegedly. Trump wasn't the one that pushed it. He recommended it. He didn't force it. So his vaccine didn't kill all those people. It was the mandate that pushed it. Knowing this vaccine was not approved by the FDA, that emergency use, and they can't be sued, and they tried to hold off all the information that went into that vaccine for 50 years. I'm glad a judge saw through that bullshit.
Also included, when that happened, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris came in office and put that vaccine out. So let's stop playing. This is not a game. And guess what? This is about lives.
Do you mind if I touch on the border crisis, though?
You tried, and I got
no. How did they inherit it? Yeah, how did they inherit it?
They inherited because
the border crisis.
How long have people been coming across the border?
But under Trump's administration, they were seeing a 50-year low of border crossings. It then jumped to 8 times as much. So that's a lie?
Yeah.
Why is that a lie?
Let me finish.
Trump didn't have a 50-year low of border crossings. That's a lie. Check the immigration webpage. If this guy really was an educator for 40 years, it explains a lot about our society today. Really does. He's misinformed. His wife is misinformed. And you know what? The kids are just the same way.
I'm sorry.
That's actually not a lie. That's a fact.
Let's just be clear.
Your facts are lies.
During the Trump
His facts are lies and he doesn't agree with them.
That's the reason why people don't really want to vote for Harris, because men disrespect women.
Well, ma'am, I'm just trying to get one point out.
Yeah,
That's
he
that's it.
away.
Yeah. Donald Trump or Kamala
did.
Harris?
Oh, f***ing Donald Trump with the that bitch. That bitch is f***ing...
Why no to Kamala?
Bro, she's been in office for f***ing four years and she hasn't done shit.
Yeah. Even drunk people can realize it.
Telling me that she did a great job with the border crisis. What do you think about that?
What the No, I disagree.
Excuse me, miss. Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? Trump?
Harris? What?
Harris?
Yep. Why is that? I totally misjudged her. I'm so glad that she's obviously, I don't know if she's educated. She knows. She pays attention. But he's racist, guys. Donald Trump is a racist.
Trump or Kamala Harris? Trump?
Harris.
Harris?
Yep.
Why is that?
Oh, white guys for Harris.
Because I'm a Democrat, man, lifelong.
Canadian, but Kamala all the way.
Trump.
Of course, socialism.
Definitely Kamala.
Donald Trump? Are we doing Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump.
My girl.
Why are we doing Donald Trump? Why are we voting for Donald Trump?
Because I had more money in my pocket when Donald Trump was president. I don't care about the politics. I'm about having money in my pocket.
Yeah, so your dollar was getting you further under Trump than this administration.
Okay. Now, I try to keep an unbiased approach. And I say, okay, if I would vote for Kamala, why would I vote for her? Other than the fact that she's a black woman.
Is that a good reason to vote for
she's
Kamala
not
because
black,
she's black?
No, it's not.
Why do you say so?
She hasn't done anything as a vice president, so why would I trust her as a president?
Right. So when it comes to the economy, you're trusting Donald Trump to handle the economy over Kamala Harris?
Yes, he's a billionaire.
That's fair enough. What would you say to somebody that's on the fence about who they're voting for?
I don't know, because this is actually my first time voting. So I would just say go with your gut. You know what I mean?
Like that guy?
We've heard people say, "Hey, Trump's racist." Is that BS?
It's so funny she
I feel
said
like
go with
most
your
of the
gut,
presidents
and
were.
then we have Barrel Belly walking in the background.
I would just say go with your gut. You know what I mean? I really don't.
We've heard people say, "Hey, Trump's racist." Is that BS?
I feel like most of the presidents were racist, so that really doesn't
True.
hold any weight with me. I mean, you know.
I guess if you have more money in your pocket, I don't care what's going on with whoever's leading the country. If it's better for me and my family and those around me, great.
Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't think Trump's racist.
I don't either. I think it's just another way for them to throw us off.
The election's obviously coming up. Who are you voting for?
Definitely Donald Trump.
All right.
Why Donald Trump?
Because you look where we were 4 years ago
Right.
when he was president to where we are now, not even close.
So you're just looking at, hey, am I better off now than I was 4 years ago? Answer's no. Let's go back.
Absolutely, and my opinion, Kamala Harris is a liberal, real far left, and I just feel like if you like Joe Biden, you're going to get more of that with Kamala. So,
You know, I was just speaking with somebody that was saying that one of Kamala's great accomplishments was going down to the border and saying, "Do not come."
That wasn't the border, though.
This guy just said. He said that was a great, basically, display of maybe leadership. What would you say to somebody like that?
I would say I don't know what he's been smoking because she was the border czar, and the first day in office, their administration opened the borders, 100% opened them. So, that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Not an
means.
accomplishment.
Definitely not an accomplishment.
Come. Please come to the border.
No, it's a hindrance. I mean, there's violence, drugs. It's not good.
I mean, you're a Trump supporter. What are your thoughts about these assassination attempts that we've been seeing? There was 2 within roughly 60 days. What are your thoughts about that? Why does that keep happening? Who do you hold responsible? What's going on?
Well, I think, I don't know if somebody's trying to get rid of him. I don't know who's behind it. I'm not educated enough to speculate, but it's definitely not good. I mean, he's got a family, kids. Why are you going to kill someone he's got a lot of money. He can do whatever he wants. He can play golf every day, but he's trying to fight for our country and be the president of the United States.
Wait, so please get your,
During the Biden and Harris administration,
No.
they have those people who crossed the border and got separated from their children. They made sure that they got placed to where they're supposed to be,
Oh,
placed
shit.
with their parents.
I want to hear the
He can do whatever he
intelligent
wants. He
lady.
can play golf every day, but he's trying to fight for our country and be the president of the United States.
Wait, so please get your, please.
During the Biden and Harris administration,
Mhm.
they have those people who crossed the border
Right.
and got separated from their children. They
That was
made
Obama.
sure that they got placed to where they're supposed to be, placed with their parents. Some of them
Never
some of
happened.
them were not
334,000.
placed because they were separated or they couldn't find their parents, but Trump didn't do that. He's the one who caused the problem. Harris is the one invited.
The separation was not Donald Trump's policy.
It happened during his administration.
It was already in place.
That
He
was
actually ended
Obama's
that by
policy.
executive order.
No, he didn't end it.
The family separation?
If there's if he ended, then why are you now saying that there's a problem now?
Because Kamala Harris reversed.
If that's the case, you wouldn't be saying there's a problem now.
Because they reversed the policy. Day one. Did you not realize that? I mean, I'm curious, are you an educator as well? Because then I have no more faith left in education system.
You were just talking about family separation, and now we're talking about the border
During
crisis.
the border crisis, yes. Don't you remember all those families that were
Right, so the numbers that we're seeing right now are, we've never seen numbers like this in the history of the United States.
Well, you know, people are coming across. No president have ended it. Not Trump, not Biden, not Obama, not Bush. So it's not just their problem, it's our problem.
Right.
Okay? So when are we going to do something about it?
Well, the reason
on presidents and stuff when they have to be.
Well, they undid policy that was working, that we found about a 45, 50 year
Well,
low.
see, the
in
thing
the
is, Yeti,
process
I'm a
of this.
product of public school systems. And I have no college experience. Well, let me rephrase that. I do have... What's up, clown? I do have some college experience, but No, I was like the first week, and I was like, this is bullshit. And I quit. But at that point, I was already making enough money where I didn't fucking care. School is free, and I just don't agree with college and the fact that you have to have a degree to be intelligent.
Southern border.
Not necessarily.
According to Customs and Border Protection.
You have to understand, during that time, it was during the pandemic.
Yeah. Before that was even low.
Oh yeah, during Obama's administration. Yes, I'll agree with that.
Oh yeah, no, Obama did great too, but Trump did. But Trump continued that, and they implemented effective policy that got it really under control. One would be the Remain in Mexico agreement.
What
It was working.
happened to with those families that came across and they were separated?
Uh-huh.
That was not during.
We're talking
We
about two different
separated
things
them,
right now.
idiot.
We're talking about the number of crossings versus family separation.
They came across. That's how they got separated.
Yeah.
Those families came across, and he separated those families.
that was the Trump
Are
administration.
you fucking stupid? Like, I need to become a teacher.
That was Trump.
But that wasn't a Trump policy. He actually do you mind if I finish? Yeah, of course it does, because he ended family separation by executive order in 2018. So the policy was, when you get arrested, your child doesn't go to jail with you, because if you got arrested, would your child go to jail with you?
No.
Would you want your
It's the
child to
same
go
thing
to
at the
jail
border.
with you?
It was the same thing at the border.
It didn't occur when he separated them during that time.
What do you mean by that?
When the families were coming across, they were separated. They were treated inhumanely, and that was during Trump's administration.
You mentioned inhumanely. Right now, the Biden and Harris administration has about 300,000 children that came here illegally that are unaccounted for. Does that seem humane? Is that a good thing?
Only if you counted them.
Right,
I want to see
right.
your figures. Did you
I
write it down?
I want
Let me
to
see 'em.
see.
Are you fucking
Let
kidding
see
me?
your figures. I'm sorry.
Those numbers are from the federal government.
I want to see the videos and
No, they're not.
And the videos that we filmed, because during
Hey, you can look it up if you like.
during Trump, we saw it.
What was that, ma'am?
We
Sorry.
saw that they were being treated humanely. Where are the people that going over there photographing that or going over there filming that? We don't see that. Anybody
You
can
would
say
describe what's
anything,
happening
just
right
like
now
the
as
vote.
humane?
Anybody who's treated unfairly is inhumane. You know what?
Yo.
Those deaths at the southern.
You should watch these hidden camera interviews. You should watch firsthand social media posts, and you'll see whatever you're saying is bullshit. And now you're just being an angry black woman, and your husband's so fucking misinformed that you tell him facts, and it's not fact. It's your fact. It's not real facts. Show me some proof. Bro, it's all over the media. 334,000. And that's just what they want to tell you.
Border right now?
Was definitely inhumane, and you know everybody got paid for what is it called? They got paid for
reparations.
Reparations, except for black people. They don't want to even acknowledge it now. And
Do you think Kamala Harris will Kamala Harris give reparations if she wins? Do you think?
I don't know.
Is that important to you or no?
Right now, it's not the first thing on the table. You know what's the first thing on the table?
What?
Get rid of Trump.
It's not only that, but it's just
He's not in office right now.
well, just making sure
I said
that
get rid of him. Take him to jail like everybody else who's a convicted felon.
Sir, the worst border crisis in American
Dude, I
history, you
can't
guys.
stand it. I'm sorry.
So how do we justify this? The worst border crisis in American history under Biden and
You
Harris.
know, it's throughout history they have told you that black people are probably the less educated, who just brainwashed. And this is a perfect example. This is what Johnson was talking about. Is 50 years up yet?
this is also an inherited thing. If people are coming across the border,
They inherited a 50-year low border crossings.
suggest that it stops.
Reinstating Trump era policies, Remain in Mexico, getting rid of catch and release.
Reinstating Trump?
Huh?
Does that mean reinstating Trump?
Nope. In
Not necessarily. He said
2023, they
policy,
introduced
stupid.
HR 2 that would have included those policies.
She will come up with something. It really has nothing to do with Biden Harris. It has something to do with what she's going to do. And I believe she's going to
Well,
stop
they were the
that.
one that undid the policies that were
It
wrong.
has nothing to do with Biden Harris. It has to do with what she's going to do. Bitch, you just contradicted yourself.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am.
So what policies have they put in that's going to work, or that is working?
They could get rid of catch and release.
Because they didn't just take it out.
Well, I'll tell you.
It has to be replaced with something.
Do you want me to tell you what they did? So on week one. Really quick, on week one, they reinstated catch and release. They pulled out of the Remain in Mexico agreement. They halted construction of the border wall. And all of that said, okay, great. If you come to the country, you can seek asylum in the country. That's why we ended up with 3 million people entering the country per year.
Well, you know what?
What?
A lot of white people are benefiting from it.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but we're not.
But shouldn't we be raising wages for the American people and not importing cheap foreign labor?
Under the Biden-Harris, wages have been raised.
Okay.
Under the
Biden-Harris administration, wages increased. However, so did all products. Everything we buy goes up now. And then you want to tax corporations even more? Makes prices go up even more. What's up, Lart? Good to see you, brother.
Real wages are down under this administration.
But it hasn't. All statewide, their wages are down. And you know who pays?
Do you mind if I
People
ask?
like you and me.
Yes.
We pay for it.
Huh?
Yeah.
So
do you mind if I ask?
The government doesn't have anything to do with raising the wages. They pass it on to us, just like PG&E, energy people. Whenever there's a disaster or problem, we have to pay, which is the reason why we need to be taken care of, which is what Harris is going to do.
Why?
Take care of a middle class
Ask yourself why we need to take care of ourselves. Go check out North Carolina. Go check out fucking Hawaii. Why do we have to take care of ourselves? Because the federal government comes in and shuts everyone else down. Wake the fuck up.
Making a great argument to not import cheap labor.
The world.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
You're making a wonderful argument to not import millions of people for cheap labor.
Well, you know what?
You see what I'm saying?
They're not just coming from Mexico.
I didn't say that.
No. What I'm saying is there are a lot of people coming all over. I'm not saying import them, but I'm saying, yes, they come over, but people are coming over from all over the world.
That's right.
And yet, they're utilizing them. I'm not saying that it's wrong or that it's bad, but, you know, I think it should be done properly.
Importing cheap labor, doesn't that just seem like it's hurting the American people?
That's right either.
That's right. Ma'am, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you, okay? Bye-bye. Hey, what do you think about Tim Walz, Kamala Harris's VP pick, right?
I don't know too much about him.
He passed legislation in Minnesota supporting and protecting sex changes for children. Do you support that?
I am a mother and a grandmother.
Yeah.
So I ain't down with that stuff.
You're not?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that? I'm not even lying.
I'm getting ready to tell you something.
Okay.
Y'all ain't ready for me in the
Oh, I'm
politics. And talking about sex changing for kids and all that, that is so lame. I'm not down with it.
Hell yeah.
And I really do feel like the government should stop. I'm not even a parent, but they need to stop trying to tell you guys how to parent your children. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit much. It's a bit much. No, I'm not down for it. You can't tell me at 3 years old you want to be a boy or you want to be a girl. No.
What are your thoughts about Democrats pushing that ideology and that belief? What do you think about that?
Because SJ Dubs are pushing it. And SJ Dubs, they don't stop.
Are you a Democrat?
You know what? I'm just getting ready to tell you something. If they really cared about the country,
right?
They have to become a common ground. There's some things with the Republicans I believe in, but there's some things with the Democrats I believe in. Everybody quit trying to see who has the biggest, but now they done threw a clip in there, so okay.
My nigga.
Come on now.
Republicans
can't have it all
The bitch said they threw a clit in there.
their way. Democrats can't have it all their way. If you really care about the country, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
You're talking about kind of a unity ticket then. You want people to start getting along. Who do you see as more unifying?
Neither one.
Neither one.
Oh.
Both of the parties is. You have to be corrupt to be in politics.
Are you going to vote for one of them or no?
We got time.
If you had to vote right now, who are you voting for?
Okay, no bull. If
We
I
ready
had to
for
vote
you.
right now, I'm finna tell you, I'm not a Trump fan.
Uh-huh.
I'm just not.
Uh-huh.
I just don't like
Say it.
how you've done everything differently than the presidents before you.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't understand what makes him so different. And the big thing I'm going to tell you what really pisses me off about him, I'm a regular citizen. I got to pay my taxes.
Me
If
too.
I don't pay my taxes, you're coming for my house, you're coming for my car, you're coming for everything
Yep.
I own. How you get away without paying your taxes?
He
I don't
actually
like when rich
did.
people don't pay their taxes.
Fact
Not only
checker.
Leveraging legal loopholes in the tax system.
Fact checker.
Is that a problem with him, or is that a problem with our politicians that allow that?
The damn politicians that allow it, but guess what?
They're not looking after us, that's for sure.
Exactly, but that's the thing where I tell you, you scratch my back and I scratch yours.
Hold on.
They're all dirty.
Do you mind if I touch on this super quick?
Yeah,
Because
go ahead.
you are saying, hey, Trump's not acting like the politicians before him, but all these politicians have been gaming the system, getting rich after being in office, and all of these things for years, putting the American people last.
dude.
Is doing something different a good thing?
So you think
No, I'm just
he
asking you.
is doing something different as far as what? Wait a minute, bring it back.
The status quo of the American politician. They're corrupt, they're dirty, it's putting Americans last. Is doing something different than the status quo a good thing? Because you brought up doing something different.
Yes, it is. It is a good thing. I do feel like it is a good thing.
I think if he was super dirty, he would already be in jail.
He's not a politician, he's a businessman.
Yeah.
And he's looking at the government in a business kind of mind frame.
But only for, I just feel like, I'm sorry, only for the rich. And I don't understand, how can you tell me he can't even handle his own finances? How the hell is he supposed to handle the country's finances?
How only for the rich? How only for the rich? What do you mean by that? His tax cuts reduce tax for the middle class. What do you think about that?
No, I ain't see it.
I promise you.
I don't even feel like there's a middle class anymore. I feel you
There's a lot
either
of
got
Americans-
There isn't.
A lot of Americans that agree with you on that.
you either got it or you don't.
The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act did reduce taxes for the middle class. In fact, it actually, in a lot of ways, punished the upper class. Now, where people say the rich is because there was a
fucking
corporate tax
catnip
rate that was
kicked in,
dropped from
sorry.
35% to 21%, but a lot of economists would say that that just allows businesses to thrive, hire more people, and expand. But as for tax cuts, those tax cuts were for the middle class. And I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just telling you the facts here.
You can't sell me.
I'm not trying.
You can't sell me. But me, I just feel like he's a narcissist. It's just, he's not my vibe. He's not, and I'm looking for, like you probably could be a good damn president, but guess what? You're broke as
Thanks.
hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, the cameraman, he can be a good president, but because he ain't got no money behind him, then no, ain't nobody looking at him. To keep it real with you, I'm not really feeling either one, but if I'm gonna go with the lesser of the two evils, come on, Kamala, get on in there. And no, it's not because I'm black and I'm, ain't got
I'm talking to a lot of black Americans that are way in support of Trump. So I'm not gonna put you in a category there. But I got something for you.
in support of Trump.
I got something. Yeah, for sure. I got something for you. When it comes to were you better off now than you were 4 years ago, this is a question that people keep asking. When it comes to gas, when it comes to grocery prices, when it comes to is your dollar getting you as far as it was under Trump? How's your rent? How's your electricity bills? Is it better right now than it was under Trump?
Bro, my electricity bill's
I'm going to be
fucking
completely honest. It's been the same for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
My electric bill went up almost
it's been the
$150
same for
fucking
me.
dollars.
We're going to Big Donald. You mind if I ask you why?
Why?
Yeah, why do you like Donald Trump?
Oh, he's honest.
Honest.
Yeah, he doesn't.
All right, Monica, thanks for
He
being
doesn't
here.
really
Have a good day.
favor, who we're speaking with. Kamala, she switches up her accents and whatnot.
Right. So changing up the accents depending on who she's speaking with.
Yeah.
Do you see that as dishonest, or how do you see that?
Yeah, very dishonest. Didn't she copy who was it? Obama or Biden's entire policy off the website?
Biden's. Yeah. So you just see Donald Trump as being more, I don't know what, real, I guess.
He's more honest, yeah. I mean, he's not really a stereotypical politician, but that doesn't really matter to me.
Are most of your friends leaning towards Donald Trump?
All of them, yeah, all of them.
All of them?
Except him. He's a big Waltz fan.
The guy with the hat?
Guy. Is he a Harris guy too?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Notice how he's embarrassed of it though. You know, he doesn't want to do an interview, you see?
We're running into a lot of people that are saying Trump today. What are your thoughts about that?
Can't fault education.
You're going Kamala Harris.
Harris.
Why Harris?
Because she makes sense. Even common sense.
She's been involved with this administration the last 3.5 years. She's been heavily involved in the administration. What was your favorite accomplishment of hers over the last 3.5 years? You know, she oversaw border policy, the Afghanistan withdrawal. She was heavily involved in. What is your favorite thing that she's done the last 3 years?
My favorite thing is that she is making common sense and have a great answer for any political question that you ask her. Is she perfect? No. Do she know a little bit about a little bit of this and a little bit of that? Which is a great start. It's 3 years. You can't clean a house and know everything in 3 years.
You just see her as being able to
actually, yeah, you can.
Really articulate her responses when people are asking her questions.
Produce, and she's going to make a better difference than Donald Trump.
Hey, I'm talking.
I gotta go.
Well, really quick, last question. I'm talking to a lot of people that are saying that they want Donald Trump because of the economy the last few years. It hasn't gotten back on track. Real wages are down. People are struggling. What would you tell those people?
For fuck's sake.
Think of January 6th.
Think of January 6th?
Yes.
Thank you for your time. Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Dude, I'm 100%.
Man from England.
What are we feeling in England?
No one likes Trump in England.
Nobody likes Trump in England?
No one likes Trump in
We've
England.
been seeing a bunch of videos of them protesting, waving
Yeah.
Trump flags in England lately.
You're not from where I'm from. Be Donald Trump.
T-Dog? Okay, what about you, man?
T-Dog.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump all day.
We're going Donald Trump.
Donald Trump all day.
All right, everyone, that is it for tonight. So a pretty interesting evening. Let me know what you guys
Yeah,
think down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that bell
And I
notification
might
button. So
fault it on the education system. I might fault it on other things such as society. I think I felt so proud the other day. So typically every 4 years I have my daughters, and my son's not ready yet. He's only 15. Take a political stance test. So it's called I Stand With, and it goes over a variety of topics. And 4 years ago, both of my daughters were leaning liberal. One of them was leaning far left. I had them retake it this weekend. Liberalism, socialism, feminism, down at the bottom. I felt so happy because they see the world differently. Because I'll sit here, I'll go, hey, this is what they're telling you, but this is reality, and I'll show them reality. And now they know. They question everything when they were before just told to follow. And I don't like followers, to be honest.
you're notified next to my post. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
So this will be the last video, and this is about another piece of shit fucking parent. Hey, dude. I'm not sure what happened to this lady. I'm pretty sure they'll go over it. But she should be punched in the face with a cinder block. Oh.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
My baby was shot. My baby has been shot.
Who was it that shot them?
It was her grandma.
Rummy, you don't rape and pillage the earth and think you don't get judged. Taking all the resources out of the land. Racking and killing up the buffaloes, and now we ain't got nothing.
Buffaloes?
On December 9th, 2023, in Liberty Township, Ohio, 43-year-old Mia Desiree Harris is accused of shooting her 6-month-old granddaughter, Myra, in a brutal rampage. As devastated family members rush to save the child, investigators are left with the daunting task of uncovering what could have possibly driven her to commit such an unthinkable crime. It's when she's left alone in the following never-before-seen interrogation that her shocking revelations, twisted messages, and sinister motives begin to surface.
Did she say anything when she handed you the baby?
She had a smile on her face.
She was smirking.
Told you I'd beat you at your own game. This is chess, not checkers.
It's 1:50 a.m. when a Butler County emergency dispatcher answers the 911 call of a distraught mother.
Someone shot my baby. Hurry, please.
Someone shot your baby?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay,
hurry.
ma'am, they're coming. Ma'am,
Hurry, please.
how old's your baby?
She is 6 months old. Hurry.
Okay, are you... Okay, ma'am, is the person still there?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay, who was it that shot them? They're coming, ma'am. Who was
He
it
just
that
told
shot
you.
them?
It was her grandma.
Where is the baby, ma'am?
It's in my arms. I'm trying to hold pressure to the wound. I don't.
Okay, where is the baby shot?
I don't know. I'm trying to find. I think in her neck. I think she shot twice. If I ever did anything good, please get my baby. She shot my baby.
Destiny.
Oh shit.
Destiny.
Oh God, we have to keep her alive.
Destiny.
We have to keep her alive.
I'm assuming it was his mom.
Mia, who had fled the scene, was seen driving into oncoming traffic down the interstate. She was quickly intercepted by the police.
Make her stop, tell her stop.
Step out!
That doesn't look like the interstate.
I got lethal. I got hands.
Who's got lethal?
Car's clear. Female. 41 in custody. Stand up.
As Mia was apprehended in a state of undress, officers at the station bring her a sweater and a pair of shoes
Fuck her
before
sweater.
leaving her to wait for investigators to arrive.
Man, turn the fucking
More of
heater
the
up.
earlier 911 call shed some light on her state of mind.
Do you know why your grandma did this?
Because she was mad at us. She's going crazy. Swear Myra, it'll be okay. Swear Myra, it's be okay. Swear Myra, it'll be okay. Myra's going to be okay. God's going to protect her. Oh my God, I'm baby!
6-month-old Myra was rushed to the University of Cincinnati Westchester Hospital before being flown to a separate hospital for
Louisville?
emergency care. Her condition was critical.
What we doing? You tell me.
Who you talking to?
Recording. But I ain't talking like that.
Oh.
Unless you giving me my money. Because I mean that shit. I don't care about you having my ID or none of that. I want my shit. You can't deny what you did to this body, though. You can't deny what you did to me. Run me my money. Run me my... You don't rape and pillage the earth and think you don't get judged. Catch me.
Her patience runs thin, and it won't be long before her behavior rapidly descends into even more violence.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. This is not greed. This is right. Make it right. You done raped and pillaged the earth of all its resources and its values, and now you think you're gonna take it? It's for everybody. Nobody should be struggling, having to pay mass amount of money for nothing. Y'all can leave me here, lock me in a prison, whatever you think you're gonna do, I got a story too. Let's go. I don't care what you do. Now I'm done talking. So we can sit here as long as you want.
You're still
And if you
talking.
keep making me sit and wait, I'm gonna start talking. I'm gonna start releasing.
While her demands make little
Releasing
sense
what?
now, she'll soon dive into chilling details that piece together a disturbing narrative with harrowing implications. In the meantime, Mia decides she's waited long enough.
Playing!
Bring me my shit!
I'm not playing! Y'all ain't got no authority. Matter of fact, let me go.
Oh, it's a
Y'all
soft
ain't read me
spit.
no right. Y'all ain't read me. Can I go?
No, have a seat.
Then what we doing? Cause y'all ain't doing nothing.
We're gonna be in there talking to you in just.
When? Cause I've been here for some
Never mind.
time.
You've been here for
I'll
about
trash
35, 40 minutes.
No, it hasn't been.
Yes, ma'am.
No, it hasn't been.
Okay.
No,
We'll
it
be
hasn't
in
been.
right now and talk to you just a sec. Give me just a sec.
Y'all watching me. I know you watching me.
Well, there's a
Talk about
camera.
it's been on 30 minutes. Been longer than that. Stop it. It's been hours. I know what you're doing. Let me out of here.
With her self-control hanging by a thread, Mia's behavior soon plunges into a dramatic downward spiral, setting the tone for the upcoming interview.
You wanted to silence me. You should have accepted me, but you wanted to judge me, okay? After pimping me, taking all the resources out of the land, bracking and killing up the buffaloes, and now we ain't got nothing. Now all of a sudden you gonna jump the ship and take my shit with the casinos?
Seconds later, 2 detectives finally join Mia in the interrogation room, though the current state of things leaves them with a less than ideal first impression.
Oh, what happened?
The legs broke. Poltergeist.
We gotta fix this, man.
After the detectives take a moment to reset the room and Mirandize their suspect, questioning finally begins.
So what happened tonight? You don't look like a bad person. So apparently something had to transpire to set these events in action.
Clearly someone made you upset tonight.
The world made me upset.
Back at the hospital, the baby's mother, Destiny, who is in a long-term relationship with Mia's son, begins to explain her version of events. As she retells what happened, it quickly becomes apparent that this heartbreaking incident is far more complex than anyone first realized.
Can you tell me what? You said something happened. Something's been going on recently.
A couple of days ago, my baby was crying while I was asleep, and she woke me up screaming at me and stuff, and then she kind of left me alone, and then later that day she was saying I tried her, and she was she was screaming at me, and I didn't know what I did to her, and she came and she apologized and said she was sorry, and then she's fighting demons and all this other crazy witchcraft stuff.
Meanwhile, Mia continues to keep her version of events to herself. However, she won't stay silent for long, and her unrestrained rantings will soon erupt beyond anything they could have imagined.
Feel better.
So there's nothing we can do to help you. That's what you're saying? Not a thing in the world.
Other than letting me go and giving me my stuff, nope.
Can I ask you what stuff that you think that we have of yours?
You know what you got in mind. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Don't act stupid. If you want to act stupid, then act stupid. But you're not stupid.
The only reason we're in here is to get your side of the story. That is it. Because there's, as you know, 2 sides to every story.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Though Mia refuses to explain herself, Destiny shares the eerie details from that night.
And then today, she was saying she was screaming, get off me, get off me. And there's no one in my room, there was demons or something. And she was saying, I know you're in my house, I know you can hear me. And then she woke me up and she threw me on the floor and she punched me in my mouth, and then she started punching me in my head. And then
After the attack, Destiny explains that she ran with her baby to the bedroom belonging to Mia's mother and locked the door.
So you're just going to let people think that you're an absolute monster. You're good with that.
I'm not a monster.
I know you're not a monster. We know you're not a
World is
monster.
a monster.
Agreed. And guess what story we have?
You're a monster.
We've got everybody's side of the story. And guess who the bad guy is in their eyes?
Me.
You.
And I'm the one that's crazy. I get all of that.
And she started shooting at the door, and I heard the shots, and I didn't know it was a real gun.
Okay, so since she started shooting at the door, how many shots did you hear?
I don't know, 1, 2, maybe. She started shooting at the door, and then she kicked open the door, and then I don't know if she kicked it open or broke it open. I don't know how she got in the door, but she tried to shoot me. She was pointing a gun at me, and I was running.
According to the report, Mia's mother was also injured as she allegedly grappled with Mia over the gun, causing it to fire. While the bullet missed her, the hot flash from the muzzle caused visible burns on her forehead.
So where was the baby at this point?
She was sleeping on the bed, but after she couldn't get to me, she shot the baby.
Wow. You're the only one that can tell us otherwise. Who else is going to? No one we've talked to is, I promise you, not lying to you. I won't lie to you one time while we're sitting in here.
Go get your
sold
coffee.
me.
He sold you.
Me. They raped, killed,
Did he?
they experimented.
Who?
I'm hurt.
I know you are. Look at you.
I'm struggling. I can barely live, but they have taken everything from me. I shouldn't have to live like that. Y'all saw how my house is. It ain't just about it being cluttered. You get tired of picking up and cleaning up after in a house. And then you turn around and you call and you ask for somebody to fix something and they don't come fix it. But they keep going up on my rent. They've been going up on my rent. I've been there 17 years.
All right.
I go get a job. I can't get a job to pay me worth nothing. I know who I am in this world.
Right.
They have held me down, they kept me down, and they have raped and pillaged and took everything from me every time I go to a job.
Mia's sister reveals that she has experienced dramatic life changes that may be driving her erratic behavior to unsettling extremes.
She just lost her job last night.
Okay.
Her and her boyfriend broke up, and he told her that she was basically like, she has no motivation. She has no hustle, and they've been going at it for a long time. She's going through a heartbreak, a breakup.
Has she said
she lost her job yesterday at 9:30 last night?
I can't even move out. All I can do is rent. Then you want to talk about, oh, we can take care of you. No, I want you to take care of me. You could have paid me.
What? Yeah, we can tell.
As Mia continues to unleash a torrent of frustrations, the worst has yet to come.
I want the back pay, the right pay that I should have got paid.
What the fuck are you
You're supposed
talking
to take care of me. Because I was taking care of you. It angers me.
While Mia hints that her anger stems from financial struggles, it's unclear how those frustrations would amount to such a horrific action taken toward an innocent child. However, additional details about her recent behavior suggest a far more disturbing descent into a twisted reality.
Has you said she was talking about demons?
Yeah, she's been like hallucinating for a couple weeks. She's been screaming and singing and all this other stuff, and we've never gotten into any type of argument or anything ever.
Why your granddaughter?
That wasn't my granddaughter.
What?
Was she?
I don't know, but that wasn't my granddaughter.
How do you know?
Is her name Damien?
Because that demon was in my house. And that's why I could not sleep. And that's why I was fighting, and I've been fighting for my life. For the past few nights, I have not been able to sleep. But she's sleeping in my house like a log.
She's a baby.
Like she's a demon.
Babies sleep a lot.
Her baby in there crying. And she's in there like a log.
So is the demon gone?
No, I didn't get the demon.
So where's it
I
at?
protected the demon.
She was saying, remember, Malachi, you can't have any babies. That's a demon. That's a white girl. That's a white girl.
Has she said anything like that prior to recently?
Never.
It's a lot deeper than this. I need you to know that this is a lot deeper than this.
We've got time.
This goes into the government. This goes into wealthy families.
How does that pertain to your family specifically?
Because they made a deal with them for them to come over here. And we were going to teach them how to farm.
They already knew.
And then that turned into them taking our land.
It wasn't your
And us
land.
working for them. And then them building civilizations.
I mean specifically the family that live with you right now, not your ancestors. The ones that are in the house with you.
No, they just depend on me to do everything.
Buying diapers, formula,
No.
buying all that.
They do that for her.
Then why judgment on the baby?
It wasn't just going to be the baby. It was going to be the baby and the mom.
Like I said, we've got talk to everyone. I know that.
Yeah.
Why the baby and the mom?
Because they're
Your
white.
mom's your mom, right?
And belong to my family.
Because they're
They're
white.
what?
They don't belong in my family.
Okay.
They're corrupting my family.
How so?
And like I said, this does go back further. I know you don't want to hear that.
Because
but
the
it does.
woman is white.
As her accusations and complaints over her son's girlfriend continue, it soon becomes clear that her resentments are not limited to her own family.
She's not trying to go get a job. She's not trying to go get no education. You're not getting in this line. That, not this lineage. We don't do that. We earn, we work. We can't even get our basic needs met. What that's about? You want to keep on making new iPhones and cell phones and all that, and they ain't coming out with new features. For what? And now with cell phones up to $1,300, for what? Look at Congo. Y'all know how they cry.
Facts.
They feel like I feel. Congo feels like I feel.
Well, I don't know about the way
Detectives
you
still
feel.
grappling to make sense of her motive return to questions surrounding 6-month-old Myra.
You know what?
Talking about the baby.
Pause. I need to go get something to drink. I'll be right back, guys. Give me like a minute and a half.
Shut up, it's me.
What about the baby?
Why'd you pass judgment on her? Is that also an attack on the mother?
My family.
Was to hurt the family?
Yeah, it was to hurt my family.
Do you think you succeeded in hurting your family?
I don't know.
You did. Feel better?
I was crucified. That was what I was supposed to do.
You crucified yourself?
And that's what I was supposed to do. They crucified me. So I had to crucify them. That was the judgment.
Let me see your hand.
Unfortunately. Wasn't what I wanted. What they asked for.
Why tonight?
Because I saw who was trying to steal my stuff. The wrong people.
When did you first find out about this?
I've been going through for a while.
Right.
I've been suffering for a while. I've been under attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack. How long?
Oh.
43 years old. It was mercy for real. I knew your secrets. I know all the secrets. I don't want to spill nobody's secrets and business. Just give me what you owe me.
You said mercy.
Yeah, mercy.
That makes a lot of sense.
The buzzard?
But after I kept getting attacked and attacked and attacked because they was trying to take my life, I went ahead and just said I ended it.
With the daughter?
I don't want to fight no more. I'm sick of this. This world is evil and wicked. I went to the church. They judged me. They did not want to cover.
With the mention of the church, the detective seizes the opportunity to probe Mia's beliefs and question her views on forgiveness. However, nothing could prepare them for her astonishing confession about her decisions tonight.
You grew up in church?
I did.
Against your will?
No. I actually love God. He's a very loving person. Unconditional.
Still?
Still. Has forgiveness. Very much so. And mercy.
Has he forgiven you tonight?
I'm not being condemned, baby.
I'm sorry?
I'm not being condemned.
Yeah, you kind
I
of
was
are.
already crucified.
So he has forgiven you.
I forgive myself.
Doesn't the Bible say there's no redemption?
Yeah, but we're talking about God.
It was excellent judgment.
While appearing to lack remorse, Mia continues, leaving the detective with a disturbing explanation.
Love covers a multitude of sins.
What?
Love covers a multitude of sins.
Did you choose to love tonight?
No.
She chose
In her
hate.
interview, Destiny shares one final horrific detail.
Mia picked up the baby and handed me the baby, and I said, "Did you just shoot my baby? Did you kill my baby?" And she just handed me, and just turned.
Did she say anything when she handed you the baby?
She had a smile on her face. She was smirking.
So it wasn't mercy.
No. It was judgment. You didn't give me mercy.
Yo, I think this might sound weird. I went to a Walmart in Destin, Florida, and they had instant espresso in a can, like Taster's Choice almost. I wish I could find that fucking thing again. That was amazing.
You didn't give me mercy. I asked for mercy. I waved my white flag.
You feel powerful.
I don't want to feel powerful. I wanted to live amongst you and love you.
I'm saying about tonight. Did that make you feel powerful?
No, I didn't want to do that. It's not what God wants to do.
And why'd you do
But
it?
you spirit arrived, you spoiled the child. And there's consequences sometimes. And that was the judgment. Sorry.
So you're the
But not
executioner?
sorry.
Mia's shocking convictions take a sudden turn, shifting in an unexpected direction.
I know y'all don't belong over here.
Over where?
In the United States.
Who don't?
Y'all don't.
I do.
Y'all don't. Y'all know who y'all is.
Us too?
Y'all don't.
I do.
Okay.
Over here.
To bring the focus of the interrogation back to the crime in question, the detective poses a critical question to Mia.
Think you should be punished?
No.
Why?
Because fair is fair. You attempted on me, and I beat you at your own game.
Harper, I would typically put 3 teaspoons. So essentially the same thing. But man, I've been trying to find that shit since I was in Destin.
Okay, checkmate.
Actually, I might take.
How am I wrong?
Now that I think about it, I should check.
When you started the attack.
Are you sorry that you had to do it?
Yeah, because I didn't want to. Like I said, I wanted to be redeemed.
There's no redemption in
When
the
y'all
Bible.
decided to crucify me, you already made a judgment. You didn't give me no option in the choice. You made the choice. I didn't. I just followed what you said. So I crucified. And all I wanted to do was love.
Shit.
Because I didn't want to.
Hell yeah.
Don't kill my heart and I leave.
Thanks, Harper. Not the kind, but I'll give it.
The investigators decide they've heard enough for now,
the
and once again
fuck?
leave Mia on her own. However, Mia is far from finished. Her relentless tirade persists as she unleashes a torrent of haunting messages and disturbing confessions.
Told you I'd beat you at your own game.
Oh, for sure, cardio.
This is chess, not checkers. Yeah, you thought I left because I was running scared. No, I left because I was getting away from him because that's an angel too. My son is an angel too.
Right, so that would
I
make your
couldn't kill
grandson an
him.
angel.
You reap what you sowed. You sowed it, so you reaped it. And that's the vicious cycle. That's why you say you have to operate in love. Love covers a multitude of sins. You got to be the one that's willing to love first.
Soon the intended target of her speech becomes utterly vague. making it impossible to discern whether she's addressing anyone in particular or simply anyone who might be listening.
Judge not lest you be judged.
You know, is it
People be people.
when I was stationed in Korea, and even now, sometimes I buy those packets and I'll put 2 to 3.
People be people. Judge not
It's
lest
an
you be
Amazon link
judged.
to
Whatever God
instant
got for you,
coffee
He
that
got for you.
Asians use,
Period.
which is really good. Like I
Stop
said, I used to add 2 to 3 packs.
spoiling and poisoning the earth. She don't need to be poisoned anymore. Stop putting down roads, building bridges and stuff like that, building up buildings and stuff. Go connect with nature. Learn to garden.
That's why I click on
Learn
them
to
for you.
forge. Learn what life is. Because it ain't
Because
in
it really doesn't
computers.
matter. Every keystroke you do on a computer or a device is monitored by FISA courts. It's all in a database that they keep stored in Langley.
Not in social media. It's not working a job. That wasn't how you was created to live. That was not the life meant for you.
Her relentless tirade then takes a new direction.
Tata Consultancy Services. Pay up. McDonald's. Pay up. Wendy's. Pay up. Popeyes. Pay up.
You mean PepsiCo?
Pay up. Mr. Bill.
Bill who?
Pay up. All the big pharma. Pay up. Banking systems that aren't black owned.
Oh, never mind. Give me back that.
Pay up. United States government. Pay up. Elon Musk, pay up. Tesla wasn't discovered by you. That was a black
No,
thing.
it wasn't.
That was black technology.
All right,
Bring
we're
back
done.
my heirloom seeds. Bring back my heirloom seeds, because I know you got them in the vault. I want them. Bring back my heirloom seeds.
Listen, bitch. I come from a Norse god bloodline. And shamans. Pay up. Not everything was black invented.
Stop tearing up the earth. You need your greenery. You need your trees.
Whoa. Now that right there, I agree with that. Tearing down these forests for no fucking other reason except for commercial reasons, that's bullshit.
So many things done went extinct because y'all done tore up the world.
Nah, you're
y'all
good,
greedy.
man.
The heart of men is bad. It's not the heart of the woman that's bad. It's the heart of the men in this world. Y'all wrong.
Was it the man that told Eve to eat the apple?
You want to turn around and say narcissist. Covert narcissist. No, I'm not a covert. I'm love. And I understand where I was immature in some areas.
Uh-huh.
But once I got here, nah.
Nah.
Once y'all made me go through my rebirth, nah. Maybe when I was Rihanna, yeah. They knew who I was. And anybody that was in the Rihanna camp, I love y'all. Y'all knew y'all queen. Y'all knew y'all real queen.
Wait a second.
It's not until Beyonce becomes Queen Bee that she becomes me.
As her long-winded tirade comes to an end, Mia leaves these final bone-chilling thoughts.
Rebuild and nourish Mother Earth back to health. That's what this is about. You have to nourish her back to health, or you are going to die. And that was the price to pay for mercy. Otherwise, y'all all gonna lose your soul. And who wants that?
Can't lose your soul.
I know what that felt like. You saw how it ripped me. It hurt to do that. And it hurt to see that they was trying to bring him back like that. not my lineage. I'm sorry, not my lineage. You have your lineage, you keep your lineage. You can't touch this one. Y'all made it clear that we wasn't a part of y'all from the very beginning. That we weren't a part of none of your constitution. We ain't mixing and mingling. Not after what happened and not the way they did people.
Mia Desiree Harris is currently being held at the Butler County Jail on 4 counts of felonious assault and 1 count of improperly discharging a firearm. The judge set her bond at $1.5 million.
I couldn't let y'all have my son. That's why the judgment came down. I seen what you did to my people. And I can't let you do that no more. That's why you couldn't be in my lineage. You're wicked.
Not my lineage.
You're wicked.
Mia Desiree Harris entered a plea deal of not guilty by reason of insanity in January 2024. However, prosecutor Michael Moser informed us in a conversation that authorities determined forensically that Mia Harris was not insane. On September 17, 2024, Mia entered a new plea deal and pleaded guilty to felonious assault. In exchange for her plea, 3 other counts of felonious assault and 1 count of firing a weapon into a habitation were dropped.
Wow.
However, authorities have reserved a plea to indict for murder in the event that the child should die as a consequence of the assault. According to Butler County Sheriff Richard Jones, the baby girl, Myra, was rushed to Cincinnati Children's Hospital in grave condition and underwent at least 2 surgeries. Reports state that the child was present at the trial with her mother, and prosecutor Michael Moser informed us that the child has been doing miraculously well. The sentencing date for the case is set for October 29, 2024.
Interesting. Can't trust people like that. You know, it's not. Wow. If her lineage was attacked like the way she says, why is she here? You would think her lineage would have been erased. But, you know, I'm glad she was found fit to stand trial. And I hope she gets what she deserves, which we'll find out in 3 weeks. You know, I think that whole Apple thing was bullshit. Because if it held knowledge, I would have eaten the fuck out of that apple. And the fact that a snake said don't do it, snakes are pretty much about health and life. Just saying. I would have eaten the fuck out of that apple. I probably would have lost an eyeball, which I'm okay with. I'm still okay with. It's part of my lineage. Anyway. Oh, man. Didn't realize that was 3 fucking hours. I could keep going on and on and on. However, sometimes all good things must come to an end. And here's a link. I believe he's still alive. If you guys want to head over there after this, he talks about a lot of conspiracy things, kind of like I do. And like I said, when I was on this channel yesterday, I felt like we think the same way. So if you think the same way I do, as far as history and conspiracies, check him out for sure. Let him know what's up. He's been shadow banned, so let's get him back up there in the algorithm. But hey, I'm not telling y'all how to think. I'm just telling you to think. And the world is fucked up. But they don't want you to know that. Because if you knew, just saying. What's up? Yeah, LARP, check him out for sure, man. It surprised me yesterday. I only went in there to check it out, and I was there for 3 hours talking to the dude. So definitely go over there and check him out, bro. But I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just telling you to think, because if you don't think, you're a sheep and you are a part of the problem. And I feel like I've had my nose broken before. That maybe I would have known about it because I quick heal. But thanks for showing up. Obviously, you know I'll be back with more. I like to stay up to date, so to speak. So I'll see y'all next time. Definitely check out Watch channel or Witch channel. So yeah, check y'all later.